Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Thursday Night Football last night featured a matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Bolts dominated this one from opening kickoff, and Justin Herbert threw for 3 touchdowns en route to a 37-10 victory over Minnesota. The Columbus Blue Jackets will host the Washington Capitals tonight at Nationwide Arena. You can listen to the CBJ go for their 3rd straight victory right here on The Fan. Coverage starts tonight at 6:30. And the Buckeyes are on a bye week, but the Browns and Bengals will be in action this Sunday. The Browns will travel to Foxborough to play the Patriots, while the Bengals will host the Jets in Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth.
Mr. T-Bone.
And a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Does it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Football Friday to you. I'm T-Bone, he's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I am doing great. I'm doing a lot better than Chauncey Billups and Damon Moore. Damon Moore, him too.
Damon Jones.
Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, yeah. Doing a lot better than those guys. But yeah, we've got more on that gambling story that we found out about during the show yesterday, which was crazy. We got a few more details on that, so we'll talk about that. I have Sonic Temple tickets to give away coming up at 6:30. Play our game where we give Tyvis a band that is playing and a band that I made up. We'll see which one he can determine is the real band. And maybe you can play too.
Streak yesterday.
I know you were going
man.
well. Yeah. We have our best bets of the weekend coming up at 7. We have got Jeff Svoboda coming up at 7:17. Talk Jackets with him. Football Friday forecast with Meredith Garfalo. She returns after being off last week, so we'll talk to her at 7:30. And a whole bunch more coming up today on the show. But Tyvis last night in Thursday night football.
Yes.
You can tell it's Friday for me. Already hitting the booze cart right now. Yeah, let's go. Joe Namath and I are having a lot of fun out here. Anyway, so last night, Thursday night football, Prime Sports. Vikings get annihilated by the Chargers. Not even a contest. Chargers got up big. I went to bed at halftime. I had bet the Chargers laid the 3 points and said I'm good. And I went to bed at halftime. I went to bed and I was like, this bet is in the bag. And then got up this morning half expecting it to come back to like Vikings stunning comeback, and then I'd lose by because Chargers only win by 2.
They went on to keep scoring.
Yeah, they were fine. They were good. So I watched the highlights. I see the rest of the game, and I felt bad for Carson Wentz.
Why is that?
Pete Wentz, Fallout Boy, my guy.
First of all, he's making millions of dollars. So
you're right.
Please don't feel sorry for him.
Tyvis, you're right. That's usually where I am at on this. But I did feel a little bad for him only because of this. Because you see how frustrated he was. He couldn't do anything. He's obviously in pain. At one point, he threw his helmet, because he was frustrated. After the game, he said, I'm in a lot of pain. And he said, it's the most pain. He said, I'm thinking it's the most pain I've ever been in on a football field. Right? So
yeah, what's crazy about that?
What's that?
Is Baker went through the same thing.
Yeah,
Baker played the whole season.
He did.
With it was his 9-throwing shoulder, but he just kept playing. And yeah. That's why if I was Carson now, but then again, Carson ain't got nothing to live. He ain't got nothing to play for.
I thought you said he has nothing to live for.
He got nothing if he don't play, if he was to be I'm too hurt to play, that's it. This could be the last hurrah for him.
No, you're right.
I get why he's out there.
One, it's not like he can't. It's not like they are making him play. Right? At the end of the day, if his shoulder was so bad that he couldn't play, he would say, I can't play. And clearly the Vikings would let him not play because that's what they're apparently doing with J.J. McCarthy. Because I got to tell you, man, I don't understand this situation at all. And people mocked me when I said this a while ago. I am on my conspiracy theory stuff today because we are now, this has been a 6-week injury for for the former Michigan man who, when he left the field, right? Remember, he got injured in week 2. He walked off the field under his own power. He played the whole game. And then the next morning woke up and said, the ankle doesn't feel right. And they at the time said, Adam Schefter said it. And he got community noted by his own tweet this week because he went on those shows this week and said, we've consistently said it was a 6-week injury. Everybody knew it was a 6-week injury. His own tweet was cited by Twitter/X that said earlier on when they first reported this, it's a 2-week injury max and he'll be back and don't worry, he's good. Nope, it's been 6 weeks now. I just wonder if you're in that Vikings locker room and you see Carson Wentz throwing his helmet, doing all these things, he's pissed off. They obviously aren't playing well, but he is fighting through physical pain. And then you see J.J. McCarthy on the practice field working through stuff, and you hear the coaches all saying, as soon as he's healthy, he's playing. If he's giving you the best chance to win, how are the Vikings not playing him yet? You know my answers because they think he sucks.
Well, even if that was true, like, you drafted him in the first round. So, like, I understand your conspiracy theory, but, like, at this point, like, he's probably your best option to play.
Who?
JJ? If Carson Wentz is in this much pain and as bad as he looked last night, like, I'd be shocked if JJ don't play next week. But I understand that an ankle sprain do get 4 to 6 weeks. Like, you keep saying, like, he walked off the field, and I'm saying, like, I've rolled my ankle. I've had an ankle sprain where, like, in the moment I got it, like, it's initially you messed up, but, like, if you get up and start walking around, like, it's like, all right, I'm good. But, like, the moment you take that cleat off and you just, like, rest for a little bit, it swells up. Like, that's probably what happened. I know, actually, it's funny. I had a teammate in a game who got hurt.
Okay.
He got hurt, right? And it was one of the ones where everybody like, oh man, like they gotta bring the card out to come get him.
Yeah.
So everybody like, man, he done really messed himself up. Like this in the game.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And he gets rolled off the field, gone. They took him back to the locker room. This dude came back a quarter later, walking, and everybody looked at him like, "What's wrong? Were you good?" He like, "Yeah, I just, I think I just sprained my ankle." Do you know how mad we was over that? I'm just saying, different people handle injuries differently, and that's if JJ
was your teammate Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I was going to say that's worse than Paul Pierce.
This was not Paul Pierce, but I'm telling you right now, we was hot. Like, dude, we sitting here all sad and depressed because we thought you was out, and here you is jogging back down talking about it's just an ankle sprain. What you mean?
But you know the theory about Paul Pierce that he's all but confirmed in recent years.
Oh, that it was not, that he had like the runs or something?
Yes, he had pooped his pants and he was wearing white shorts. And so they put him in the wheelchair so no one could see.
Yeah, hey, look, that's a casualty that you have if you do wear white pants, like whether it's football, basketball, anything. If you have an incident like that, there's no hiding from it.
That's how you hide from it.
That's a bad moment right there.
You know who I felt bad for last night?
Who's that?
Before I went to bed, I watched to about halftime, and right before that, Ladd McConkey caught this bomb.
Oh, the one right at the end of the half? Yeah, I saw that too.
Do you know who was shaking him?
Who?
Former Buckeye.
Oh, no.
Jeff Okuda.
Oh, got burned?
I was like, man.
Because I was looking at that too, like, man, whoever that was got toasted.
Jeff, I don't understand it. Like,
that sucks.
He was so good here in college. Like,
you know what I don't
understand what happened.
I blame the referee who didn't give him that fumble in the Clemson game. Now, he didn't pick it up. I think Jordan Fuller picked it up. But I'm saying he's the one he definitely caused that fumble, and then that got completely wiped out by that ref who now apparently got fired. So let him live. That guy, Ken Williamson, forever
derailed his career.
Can't stand. Yeah, I blame that guy. That's who I put the blame on. Speaking of guys that as an Ohio State fan I can't root for, Michigan men, J.J. McCarthy, obviously not one of those guys I can root for, nor can I root for Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh, though, did something that only one other NFL player in history has done, NFL player/coach. He became the second person in NFL history last night with that win. The Chargers, he now has 60 wins as an NFL head coach in his career. Obviously, between the Chargers and the Niners, he has accomplished that feat. He's also a quarterback who has at least 60 wins to his name. There have only been 2 people in NFL history who have done that. One is him, and one is Norm Van Brocklin back, like a million years ago.
Never heard of him.
Hall of Famer. But I think he played in the late 40s, early 50s, Norm Van Brocklin.
Okay.
So we're talking a guy who played, almost 80 years ago. And now Jim Harbaugh joins that very select group. So
Good
I
for
hate
him.
it. It's not good for him. I hate him. That sucks. I hope all his wins get vacated, just like the ones that Michigan should have been.
Did you know that Justin Herbert is like Michael Vick?
How? Oh, because he's having a good year running the football?
Yeah, you seen him last night.
Yeah.
I was like, where this come from?
Because they have
62,
to.
yeah, he was gashing them too.
And he's been running the ball well this year. I want to say he's got his career numbers for him running the football so far this year. But that's
that's not
okay.
Not
But
like
I'm saying
he's been a big like he was Michael Vick or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying I need to go back and look at the numbers and see what his all-time what his best year is. But I think he's already surpassed it. And I mean, we're not even halfway through the year.
It's funny you bring him up because I want to nominate him for a certain award.
Oh God!
Just put him on watch.
Listen,
on the watch list.
Listen,
Till he does it in January, he cannot be a CW.
So if he wins a playoff game,
I'll give him the
okay. Okay, there you go. He's on watch list.
So he's only on a CWB watch list right now. He is not officially on notice. I mean, listen, Dylan, I appreciate your dedication to trying to get this award opened up a little bit, but I'm a small hall kind of guy. I like it to be an exclusive club. To me, it's not up to me. It's up to Tyvis.
It is a
to
very exclusive club.
It needs to be an exclusive club.
I look at it like it's the Oscars or the Grammys. You're going to get 5 nominees for every award, but only one person could win the award. So I could nominate whoever I want, but if Tyvis doesn't say that he is one, then he's not one.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's the way it should be. I think I
just want Tyvis to be aware of the WBs out there.
Listen, I think Tyvis is fully. He brought up Justin Herbert, right? He brought his name up just now. He compared him to Mike Vick. Probably for the dog treadmills that he has in his house, but that's a different. The latest info on the NBA gambling story from yesterday. We'll unpack it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning to you. Well, if you live in Marysville or like to commute outside of there, do be mindful that all lanes are officially back open on 33, both that eastbound and westbound direction. After yesterday morning, a diesel truck ended up crashing and spilling a lot of fuel out there. Had crew members on scene for nearly 19 hours, well into the early morning hours today. But again, all lanes officially back open. Drive times looking really good for your Friday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Storm hard, you're kind of hero.
Bobcat Enterprises says thank you for your support as they celebrate 50 years of serving the construction industry. Established in 1975 in Cincinnati, Bobcat Enterprises has expanded to 9 stores to meet you where you are in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Find equipment for any construction project, including compact track loaders and excavators. Plus, Bobcat Enterprises rents compact equipment and attachments. Find current specials and locations at bobcatent.com or follow Bobcat Enterprises Inc. on Facebook. Bobcat Enterprises, 50 years working for you.
Matty Ice here. How far are you willing to drive for a great deal on a new vehicle? Well, I made the short drive north to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion and got my new car. And right now, you can get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 with up to $12,000 off MSRP for qualified buyers. They believe in a no-hassle sales experience so you can get the truck you want at a price you'll love without the stress. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
There was never a doubt. The defending champion with a successful title defense at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday.
Commemorate the magic of the season and the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Tickets are now on sale for the 2026 tournament. When you purchase by November 14th, you will receive a special edition ornament and enjoy best pricing. Visit memorialtickets.com for more details.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any four-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
With autumn's arrival, ISA certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
It's time for Buckeye basketball season. Well, almost. Catch Jake Diebler's Buckeyes in an exhibition game against the Ohio Bobcats.
Live fan coverage starts Sunday at 1 with the tip at 2.
Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Extra layers this morning. It is mostly cloudy and chilly. We have gusty winds, which adds the wind chill, and temperatures going to start off in the 30s to low 40s. As we go into the day today, we will struggle to get into the mid to low 50s, and with gusty winds, it will feel like we're in the 40s. Cloudy skies for us, maybe a stray shower or two. Otherwise, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight, with our lows in the mid to upper 30s to low 40s, but with the winds getting up to 15 miles per hour, could feel even colder than that. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 Weather Impact forecast.
It's Friday, and there's football. I shall call it Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for all things football. The Fan. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
6:30, your chance to win. We have got Sonic Temple tickets. The Sonic Temple, May 14th through the 17th. Historic Crew Stadium. Tons of artists already announced. Full lineup being announced, I'm told, Tuesday at noon. So be ready for that. But we'll have another game we'll play where I'll give a real band at Sonic Temple and a fake band. You got to pick which one's right. Tyvis does too. He was doing well up until yesterday. Yesterday he scuffed his perfect record, which is too bad. So last night on the NBA show that migrated from TNT to now ESPN and looks pretty much identical, right? Inside the NBA.
Same studio and everything.
Same studio. They were even talking about that on the initial broadcast where they were like, the digital guys made different graphics, but nothing else has changed. Same people are here, the same directors yelling at me, all that stuff.
Bernie even sometimes says on TNT.
Yeah,
he
right.
forgets.
I'm sure
he's been doing it for what, like 20 years almost?
Yeah. Hell, I mean, I still now occasionally say Common Man and T-Bone, and then I have to remind myself that's not the show I'm on anymore. And that's good because Tyvis, you do look very similar to Common Man, but we're sitting in different spots. So it does. You're in chair 2, and I was usually in chair 2 at the old shows.
You and Common Man never switched chairs?
Not a lot, no.
I don't think he's ever sat in, like, not the one chair.
Oh, I'm sure he did at some point in his career.
The one time I've ever seen that's when he came in the morning and did that little segment with us.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's the only time I've never seen him not in that chair.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's probably because why would you leave this chair if you can be the number 1 chair? Who wants to be number 2? Except, I
take the 2 chair.
I liked being 2 for a number of years, but now I have all these buttons to play. I can play like the music when we put you on trial. We got that. That's good. See, I've got all kinds of stuff over here that I get to play that I couldn't play when I was sitting over there. I've got my I've got my Tony Dungy quote.
These balls are coming out fast tonight. You got to squat and be ready.
That's right. All right. So I have some audio to play for you, though, from last night. This is Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley talking about Terry Rozier specifically, one of the guys who was popped in the NBA gambling scandal from yesterday. Okay. And they are talking specifically about what he is alleged to have been doing, and apparently what Damon Jones was alleged to be doing too, which is feeding information to people who then were using that info to gamble on it. That is a big part of this, although it's not the whole thing that happened with the gambling story yesterday. Here's Kenny Smith and Charles going back and forth. Kenny initially started saying he thinks this is about a gambling addiction and that's what caused this issue.
Man, this ain't got nothing to do with damn gambling addiction. This ain't got nothing to do with addiction. These dudes are stupid. Why are they stupid? Under no circumstances can you fix basketball games. Under no circumstances. I love to gamble. The notion, like, Rozier makes $26 million. Him betting, giving people information or taking himself out of games, how much is he gonna benefit taking himself out the game to get unders? Like, he's making $26 million. The notion he gave, how much of these guys he gave a head up? He took himself out of games on prop bets. How much money is he gonna make?
Well, if he did that, you're proving my point.
What do you mean?
That means
that's
that
not
it's an
addiction.
illogical
No,
thought process.
no.
If you're making $26 million to try to win $50,000.
Okay. I initially, when I heard this, I thought Charles is going to be kind of like a caveman here. Kenny Smith is making a good point. Addictions are illogical, and you have a gambling addiction. Like if someone is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
They know it's bad for them to drink. They are aware it can cause personal relationship damage. It can cause physical harm to them. It can cause physical harm to others, right? If you get in a car and drive drunk.
But it makes them feel good. Feel safe.
But when you're addicted to something, you do things that are illogical, that are not right, that don't make sense. So I understand where Kenny Smith's coming from.
Yeah, but this ain't no gambling addiction.
I think Charles is 100% right here.
I agree.
Because Charles is actually, it was funny because he didn't say it, but he kind of almost got there where he said, I gamble. I understand a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
He's saying it like, this is not a guy at the craps table who just can't walk away.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a guy who's placing wagers himself. This is someone being coerced by a friend or someone he cares about saying, hey, help me out here with making some money. And rather than just saying, well, why don't I just give you 50 grand or 100 grand or what do you need? Let me try to help that way. Instead of doing that, he's like, okay, I'll help you gamble by doing something stupid. Like, I would think if you're a gambling addict, don't you get a rush from being in the moment and gambling? I would think that, I would think Terry Rozier's he's not placing the wagers.
See, this is my thing because, see, I don't, Dylan, you might have the answer on this because you are a degenerate. I would only bet $5 to $10.
Put your Kevlar on today. You're going to catch strays all day, apparently.
Is there a max that you could put on a bet? Like, is it like say you was using FanDuel and you wanted to put $10,000. Would FanDuel let you put $10,000 on a bet?
It depends on what the bet is. But there are obvious limitations to what you could bet. It depends.
So if I did a slip and I said I want the under on Terry's points, rebounds, assists, 3-pointers, and all that, can I put $10,000 on that?
You probably could not, just because they'll look at your betting history and see that you're only betting $5, and they're going to be like, "Why is this dude betting $10,000?"
Right? No, that is to his point. In Vegas, like they have people that they call like whales that come in. You know, the literally the big fish. They were also talking about fish in this indictment, but we'll get there in a second. Not our boss fish, by the way. Although I'm sure he's somehow
Him
involved
also.
too. Right. But they do have, like in Vegas, if you're a high roller and you walk in, or even to the casinos around here, if you walk in and you are regularly betting 10, 25, 50,000 on various things, the first couple times you do that, I'm sure they have to verify some funds. But once you've established that that's the type of gambler you are, yeah, you can bet much higher stakes.
So this friend, let's say he did do this for a friend, this friend does this all the time.
Maybe the reason it got flagged was because this friend doesn't do that and then suddenly started betting large amounts of money. And that drew a red flag.
I thought I seen that they pulled like the game and like the ticket was like worth $200,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying is what would be suspicious, let's say, and again, I don't know how the gambling sites all track this stuff, right? The casinos, but I'm guessing part of it is this a known person who bets a lot of money with us normally? Is this similar patterns of betting that this person does all the time? And then now they've just gotten lucky and hit on a few bets. That's probably not going to raise suspicion. But if you never really bet at this casino, or you bet very small amounts with little to no success, and then all of a sudden you show up with 10, 25, 50 G's, and you're winning those bets, and they're on like really odd specific things that you usually don't bet, like over/under player minutes or totals of a specific, not a star player, right? Then that is going to draw huge concern from the gambling house, in part because they don't want to lose money.
You know what's crazy? It's like Terry went about it in a terrible way. Like Emmanuel Clase and Ortiz, they probably would have got away with it if I was like the person that was in charge of flagging it. Like I wouldn't even thought of nothing. I'm like, oh, he just threw a bad pitch on. He just threw a ball. Like I never thought about that. But like for you to go check yourself out of a game like that, like what did you think was gonna happen?
Right, especially then if again, there are people putting large numbers of bets. They can also see how many people bet this line, right? That was how, remember the guy from Alabama, I want to say, the baseball coach that got popped?
Yeah.
That was because his dumb friend, who he told, hey, this guy's not going to pitch for us. You might want to bet whoever they were going against that day. And the friend walked into a casino and tried to bet this huge number. They said at the time, one of the things that got their attention was the fact that in a given day on college baseball across the country, there might be like $10,000 wagered among all bettors at every betting window across the country. And this one guy tried to bet like 10 grand on one outcome. That alone raised their suspicion. Then the guy also was like, no, see, I have a text message from the coach right here. I'm good. You should let me bet this. And they also caught him there. So that was very dumb. I just want to say that
he should have just gave his homie that money, man.
I think addiction is a real thing. And I think Charles Barkley, I was surprised when I first saw this post. I thought I'm going to go into this disagreeing with Charles, but I actually found what he's saying to be true. If you think about it, Terry Rozier's not getting any gambler's high from doing this. It's not the same thing as him sitting there with 8 betting slips and, you know, his wife or girlfriend or whoever is like, we got to go. You're losing all our money. Our children are starving. And he's like, no, honey, I got to stay. This is a guy who's got all this money and he's just trying to help his friends out, which is not good when those friends are doing illegal activities. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't sound like a gambling addiction, though, to your point.
Yeah.
And to Charles's point.
I got stopped gambling a long time ago. I used to play like Tunk with my grandmother.
Tunk?
Yeah, it's a card game.
Okay.
Anyways.
I think I heard Shaq mention that because he was talking about how he likes to play different card games. I thought he mentioned Tunk. Now that you say that, I don't know.
This is what made me so ruthless when I was playing sports is that I used to play Tunk with my grandmother and my you know when you lose to like the older people, they be like, all right, you know what, I want to teach you a lesson, like, here, take your money back. No, she kept it. She kept the money.
Hey man, that's the best lesson you can learn in life.
She didn't take all my little candy money.
That's the best money. That's the best lesson you can learn is that the house always wins. Grandma always wins. Yeah, you gotta be careful there. All right, we'll have some more thoughts on this gambling scandal because one aspect of this that I find interesting, I think there's another sport that is primed for a massive scandal in the gambling department if they don't get their act together. I'll tell you who in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
We are noticing our first crash of the morning, and it is happening over on the east side of the metro. It's on that 70 westbound direction by Bryce, just past Bryce Road as well, right before you hit that 270 and 70 intersection. A right lane is currently blocked out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
At Giant Eagle, we're working hard to bring more ways to save to every aisle. Because every dollar and every moment counts. At Giant Eagle, we're going for better, so you can bring home the best. Because it matters.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I have got some tickets to give away for you for Sonic Temple. We have got a band here. One of these two bands, Tyvis.
Oh, man.
Is going to be the band that is real. One of them is fake.
Do you be knowing these answers, Dilla?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so it ain't just me.
All right, so band 1 is Bloody Wood. Okay?
Okay.
Bloody Wood.
Okay.
Band 2 is Bloody Stump. One of them is a real band. One of them is a band I think I made up. The other one may be a band that is real. I don't know, but I've never heard of them. So one of these bands is legit. One of them is not.
Bloody Wood or Bloody Stump?
One of them is playing at Sonic Temple coming up May 14th through the 17th at Historic Crew Stadium. My Chemical Romance, Bring Me the Horizon, and 100 other bands will be playing as well. Get your tickets at sonictemplefestival.com.
I'm going to go see Bloody Wood. I'm going to see Bloody Stump.
Oh, I thought that was your answer. You fooled me. You fooled me. I just played it too early.
Yes, you did.
All right, so what's your answer?
Bloody Wood.
That's right, yeah. Buried the lead.
Damn it. I was trying to, you got to see it. You got to say it like out loud.
There you go.
I'm about to go see Bloody Wood play, or I'm about to go see Bloody Stump. Well, Bloody Wood does roll off the tongue a little better.
Right.
They should do a collaboration with Taylor Swift.
All right, so
that's what they should.
No,
they should actually. She's got
her Wood song
featuring Bloody Wood. That's.
I think that might be that's a dark song. It sounds like
you need length and girth.
That's bad. All right, so 614-821-9710. Now you know the answer. Which of those bands is real? Call up first one to get it right. Wins the tickets to Sonic Temple. I'll give you 2 passes, weekend passes to Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival. Again, tickets are on sale now. The full lineup will be announced Tuesday at noon. More info, check them out, sonictemplefestival.com. I'll read a few more band names to you, Tyvis. Creator is one of the bands that's playing there. Creator, though, spelled with a K.
Is they got Tyler in there?
Maybe. It's Tyler the Creator. I would actually like to see a collab between Creator and Tyler the Creator. That would be good. Cradle of Filth, I think we already told you about. Are you familiar with the band Atreyu?
Excuse me?
Never heard of them. Okay.
Atreyu?
Atreyu. Yeah.
No.
That's a reference, I believe, to Never Ending Story.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, I'm sorry your childhood sucked, because that was a movie
like
I knew.
Peter Pan, Neverland?
No, different. Totally. Never mind. It's a different story. Are you aware of POD? payable on death? POD here in the Southtown?
No.
No?
POD.
Youth of the Nation? Boom? Here comes the boom? Ready or not? Here come the boys from the South. You never heard boom? That's like that was, what was the song that they play at Penn State for the
Mo Bamba?
That was Mo Bamba before Mo Bamba. They played that. They played that in every stadium back when I was. Yeah,
I only know the Nelly version.
Oh, that was a good one too. I do like that version. That was good too. I agree with that. Sepultura. Yeah, from South America. South American metal coming at you. Great band. Got to check them out.
No.
Legit.
No.
Seven Dust?
I wonder how many people actually like sitting in their car right now watching like, I know exactly.
Sepultura. Sepultura is legendary. They're fantastic.
Dylan is on the phone.
No, he can't. He doesn't know them though. I promise you. All right, so we'll do a little bit of that. I think we have more tickets to give away next week, so we'll have a few more of those to give away. I think the gambling scandal that's coming for not professional sports, but actually for college sports could be pretty significant. And I have no inside information to back this up, but part of the issue from this gambling thing yesterday was coaches, people around the game giving information to people who aren't involved in the NBA about who was playing and who's not playing, right? They have official injury reports. One of the things that got Chauncey Billups in trouble, or not Chauncey Billups, sorry, although he is also connected to all this, but Damon Jones specifically, who's been an assistant coach in the NBA after his playing days were over, he had information about players starting or not starting, players who were going to miss the game. And apparently he was leaking that info, allegedly, to people to gamble with. So that was something that Terry Rozier is alleged to have done. That is something that Damon Jones is alleged to have done. Terry Rozier also was like checking himself out of games after people were betting his unders. But
that's what probably messed him up right there.
Well, that would catch you, right? But with Damon Jones specifically, that's one where, among other people whose name has been mentioned, LeBron's name has been mentioned because he knew some info that LeBron wasn't going to play in a certain game. But before that info had been made public, because it wasn't time to report that yet, like they just have a certain deadline when they have to report this stuff in the NBA, he was taking that info and leaking it to people who were then going and presumably, allegedly, placing wagers and making money. When they found out LeBron was going to be out, the line would change. They would get to make the bet before the public knew that information. They literally called that in the FBI's press release. They called that insider trading in a sports sense, basically, because you're getting inside info and using it before the rest of the public has it. Well, if that's a problem, college football has a huge blind side right here, because a blind spot. Because how many times have we seen that week to week where it's like, oh, yeah, this guy wasn't noted at all as missing practice, not on the injury report. He didn't even travel with the team because college football injury reporting is so spotty. It's conference to conference, has different rules. Meanwhile, people are trading millions of dollars on these games. And yet college football doesn't have a requirement, a huge nationwide standard for reporting injuries. That is a problem that could become a significant issue if, let's say, people around these college, academic programs, these schools, if they get wind of this and they're leaking it to friends and betting it, you could have a similar issue here. They don't even have an NBA injury report or an NFL injury report where it's standardized. It's all up to whoever decides what they want to report when they want to report it.
Yeah, they don't. Even Ohio State don't report the injury until like the day of the game and like a couple of hours before the game.
How many times has we as Ohio State fans been watching games and going, oh, this guy didn't even travel.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is not playing today at all for we didn't know that.
Right.
No one knew it.
Yeah.
Other than the team. Like, if that's happening with the biggest programs in the country, don't you think that could also be happening at smaller schools too? Maybe where there's even less attention on it? So what I'm saying is,
they're about to get rid of all prop betting. That's what's going to happen.
Well, in this state, you can't bet college prop bets, right? So but you can in other states. I was talking about for all sports. But see, the thing about that is, them sports books make way too much money. They go like, we're going to have to figure something else. Oh, no.
They ain't letting the prop bets
They will not get rid of the prop bets because they know most people do. Why do you think every time you go on one of these gambling sites, they have same game parlay is like a thing they promote? To Dylan's point, Dylan knows when you do parlays, they are less likely to hit. Well, one of the easiest ways to get people to do parlays is like this guy's rebounds, this guy's shots, this guy's, blocks, if it's NBA stuff. Same thing in football with yards, catches, all that stuff. You can get people to bet that stuff, which is going to make them more money, to your point, Tyvis. So You know people are going to bet these things. You know if a state will allow them, these gambling houses want you to bet them. There needs to be something standardized. If all the college sports is going to be in bed with the, gambling sites, they need to have something standardized that says, here's our injury report, here's when it comes out, here's how that's done. Because it's a huge blind spot right now for them. They could be the next one to get popped by something like this. If the FBI decides to look into that ever, they will find, I'm sure, tons of issues if they want to.
Is this like jail time for them, or is this like banned for like?
If you're getting arrested by the FBI, there's got to be some criminal implications.
Here's what I read.
How many years is we talking?
Here's what I read.
Because they in with them people. They was in bad with them people.
For Chauncey Billups, which we haven't talked much about his yet, but he and Damon Jones are also implicated in another separate thing from the Terry Rozier stuff,
The
right?
poker stuff.
They're implicated, yes, in these high-stakes poker games where supposedly Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones were, among others, they were the ones who were like kind of the voucher to people in the, who had a lot of money. Hey, come be in this celebrity poker game. Former NBA player's going to be in it. Oh, okay, so this is legitimate. So then people would go to this thing, allegedly, and then the other people at the table were people who they had, apparently they said they had x-ray glasses, which sounds like something out of James Bond. They said they had rigged card shuffling machines that would like shuffle the cards a certain way. So other players at the table were in on what was going on. Some of these people allegedly had mafia ties, mob ties, not just here, but around the world.
Yeah, with the people.
So that is what Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones are accused of. In addition to some of the sports gambling stuff, they're accused of being a part of this high-stakes poker ring where they were like the face that got people to trust that it was a legitimate thing and come in and play.
I wonder if this is tied to, remember Gilbert Arenas got arrested and he was like, I ain't do nothing. I rented that house out.
That's what I
wonder if this is connected to that.
See, the audio is too long to play. I'll have to play it later in the show because we're up against a break. But there was a story from that Gilbert Arenas has been making the rounds where Gilbert Arenas was talking about how he, LeBron James, and a guy named Damon Jones used to gamble all the time. And they would go to each other's houses and play in these card games. And so it's not ideal for the sport of basketball that one of those guys is now a federal accusee. Like he is getting accused by the federal government of rigging poker games. One of those other guys, like you said, has been around these celebrity poker games that have apparently some pretty bad ties to them. The only guy who's not technically been implicated in any of this is LeBron. Of those three guys,
well, what's
that's a little concerning.
You know what's about to happen now. They tell it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you got to tell.
I thought that's what you were getting at, Tyvis, because Gilbert Arenas, he got picked up by the feds. What was that, June or July?
Yeah,
he sang.
Oh, I bet
he put out a post on either Twitter or Instagram and said, enjoying my informant dinner or lunch or something like that. I said, yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know he posted that.
He out of his mind.
Yeah, that's not great. All right. Hey, speaking of, for gambling purposes, is Baker Mayfield playing this weekend or not? We have no inside information. We're just going to tell you what we do know that's publicly available next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing one crash on the roads right now, and it's happening for folks in New Albany. Still monitoring this one, a crash on 161, that westbound direction, just past 62. A right shoulder currently blocked out there. Not seeing any major delays associated with this incident, but do be mindful that 161, that eastbound direction, a different story out there. Pretty slow moving over by Beach Road this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport. $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mail. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are trying to take control of their health. They want to look beyond the traditional medicine of going to just a normal doctor. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. People just like you and me are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, surgery, right here in Columbus, Ohio at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by the highly regarded orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains many tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team will get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells that are involved. By putting these natural elements to work your body, it can revitalize your joints, literally using your own body's biologics to heal you. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, no drugs, it's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. So if it's knees, backs, hips, whatever it may be, give QC Kinetics a call for your free consultation. 380-208-4544, 380-208-4544, QCkinetics.com/Columbus.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
Funny enough, we were just talking about all that gambling stuff. Our best bets of the week are coming up at the top of the hour. Give you those at 7.
What are we as a show?
I think as
19 and 11.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
I heard
that's better than pro gamblers.
I heard that Common Man and Timmy were giving props, no pun intended, to our record and said, listen to us for gambling advice as opposed to them because they do their, what is it, their big parlay segment that they do?
Pick
Your Parlay, where they put together, I mean, they cook up some crazy parlays. I don't know that any of them have hit yet. And Dylan, you know why that doesn't hit because
your parlays are stupid.
You're anti-parlay.
And you brought up same game parlays. And if you're going to do a same game parlay, you probably don't even care what I'm about to say. So I'm probably just saying this for no reason. Also, do you know why same game parlays are a thing?
No.
The odds, the math doesn't math on the odds of a same game parlay. They
Really?
give you worse odds than you deserve on a same game parlay.
Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yes, because they don't want you hitting on like correlating bets like Patrick Mahomes passing yards, Travis Kelce receiving yards. It's too much of a liability for them. So the odds are worse than they should be on a same game parlay. So that's another reason why I don't do parlays. And
I never caught that.
Specifically same game parlays.
I never caught on to that. See, that's good to know.
You're a sucker if you do those. Like
Now-
Tyvis.
Now,
It's $5.
just
bro.
be, folks, just save this audio.
We talk about $5.
Just save this audio for
You-
next
if I-
week.
if I
Next
was-
year, when Dylan gets a gambling sponsorship, and he's like, "Go to my guys at such and such. They're same game parlays right now."
Yeah, he better not.
You know what? I'm going to start saying a lot less now that you bring that up. Thank you.
All right. So, Baker Mayfield, apparently we think he's going to play, although he has been listed on the injury report with a knee injury. So he popped up earlier in the week, didn't participate in a couple days of practice. He did play on Wednesday as a limited participant, apparently participated as well yesterday as a limited participant in practice. However, the only backup they currently have on the roster, on the active roster right now,
It's Kyle Trask.
no.
Oh.
In Tampa,
Yeah.
it's Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Now
think they'd be
remember,
all right with that.
that'd be fine. But here's the thing: he was listed as not practicing yesterday at all.
Oh, Teddy?
Yes, and on the injury report, I'm not making this up. It said, because it'll say like did not practice
Vet
groin,
day.
did not practice knee, did not practice calf,
What did it say?
did not practice teeth.
Teeth?
Apparently, he had some kind of dental work done or issue with his. I don't know. Had to go get I don't know if he had an appointment or if he had some
Probably
emergency
got to get
thing
that
happen.
wisdom tooth pulled.
I don't know what it was, but apparently he missed practice yesterday and it said teeth. I like that it didn't say dental or mouth surgery or whatever it was. It just said teeth, which I want to believe that he actually had the gum disease known as gingivitis. That's what I want to believe that he had. That's just all it was. It kept him out of practice. Would have kept J.J. McCarthy out. We know that because J.J. McCarthy, we know, won't play for anything.
You know what, though? This would just be my luck if Baker don't play because I traded Drake May away. So I had drafted Baker and Drake May. Somebody was offering me a trade for Drake May. And I was like, well, Baker's having his MVP season. I got a Mecca. I'm probably never going to play Drake May. I'm probably going to play him one time the entire year.
Why didn't you consult me, your
enough.
fantasy football GM?
Sure enough.
I could have helped you with this.
Soon as I traded him away, now Baker had the worst game of his life. And now he's
The
about to
worst
be hurt.
game of his life is a stretch.
Okay, he had a bad game.
Well, Dylan's saying that because Dylan believes all the games he plays are the worst games of his life.
Drake May just getting 27 to 28 points a game.
Yeah, Drake May's balling. You should have
Tyvis.
kept him over Baker's bum
Tyvis,
ass.
I would have sat here and told you if you had consulted with me. We're on the show together. I don't play fantasy football anymore, but I'm gladly willing to lend my consulting services. Right? I'll be like,
are you a Baker hater?
How Mike Vrabel was last year with the Browns. That's me. I'll just be around and offer my assistance, my expertise. As someone who's won multiple fantasy leagues over the years, who's dominated them, in fact. I quit while I was ahead. I would have told you, you don't make that trade. Because you need to have a backup quarterback, especially if your number one plan is Baker Mayfield. You know he's going to blow up for like 4 weeks in a row.
But Baker is like really good in fantasy, though.
Yes, but he'll blow up at some point, and he'll get hurt. And
That's not true, because last year he was like, top 5 in passing?
Yes, even more likely that this will not be happening again.
I mean, he had back-to-back 4,000 seasons.
I'm not Dylan's level of hatred on him, but I definitely think Baker Mayfield's potential to blow up in a season and screw you over as a fantasy option is massive.
And Drake May isn't.
No, Drake May has that. You have that potential.
Leading the league in completion percentage.
But you were sitting here yesterday watching Drake May going, ooh, look at these passes. And put him on the watch list.
No, he got a long.
We cannot do this every time.
He got a while to go.
Tyvis, we're like 3 months away from me walking out to my car and making it back by the time the break ends. They'll be like, oh, put him on the list, T-Bone. Because Wow. What are we doing? No, you don't get to put every white guy on the list, Dylan. I'm sorry.
I hope Baker plays, and because the Baker Bros are going to be there for him no matter what. If he plays and he plays well and they win, man, Baker gritty, tough guy playing through injury. And if he plays and he plays like crap, well, what do you expect, man? He was hurt. So you know what? Win for Baker all the way around and all his apologists.
Yeah, I understand it. I know you hate the Baker Bros. All I will add to it, Tyvis, I cannot believe your entire fantasy season now hinges on Baker Mayfield. Do you have any other quarterbacks on your roster?
Mm-mm. Who can you get on waivers in your league? Do you know? You better find out.
Find out in the break.
Better start doing some research.
Is J.J. McCarthy available?
I'm sure he is.
The answer is yes, because he sucks and he'll never play again for the Vikings. All right. No, I'm just kidding. He'll be back next week. He'll be right back. No problem. He's only taking 6 weeks off for a tweaked ankle. He'll be fine. Everything's great. Best bets of the weekend are coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No new crashes to report, but a big and early heads up for our folks who like to live or commute downtown. We will be seeing bridge demolitions starting this entire weekend, and really as early as tonight. At 70, that westbound direction will really be impacted between 71 and 315. Again, starting tonight, 10 p.m., lasting through Monday, 5 o'clock in the morning out there. This weekend will definitely be impacted because of it. The detour to take instead, take 70 westbound all the way up to 71 northbound. That will get you to 670 westbound and back on to 70 westbound where you want to go. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My sinks gurgle, they barely drain. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no look. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
The #1 problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Thursday Night Football last night featured a matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Bolts dominated this one from opening kickoff, and Justin Herbert threw for 3 touchdowns en route to a 37-10 victory over Minnesota. The Columbus Blue Jackets will host the Washington Capitals tonight at Nationwide Arena. You can listen to the CBJ go for their 3rd straight victory right here on The Fan. Coverage starts tonight at 6:30. And the Buckeyes are on a bye week, but the Browns and Bengals will be in action this Sunday. The Browns will travel to Foxborough to play the Patriots, while the Bengals will host the Jets in Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can hop in our lively YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Thanks to our boss Fish, who swung in today. This is becoming a thing with him on Fridays. Came in today with a bag of Chick-fil-A, just a bag of breakfast sandwiches, nothing else, no hash, which I don't need. I don't need hash browns.
No, I don't
need extras.
He got the right thing.
He just brought in chicken biscuits, spicy or regular,
with the jelly.
Which
oh yeah, T-Bone tried the jelly on the biscuit.
I've had jelly on a biscuit before, plenty of times, but I've never done jelly on a chicken sandwich biscuit.
How was it?
I needed a moment.
I'll put you on to something. Huh?
Let me tell you what.
This is sad. This is 2 times.
Let me tell you, Tyvis, it moved a little. It moved. I'll be honest. It moved a lot, actually. It was great.
I'm telling you. I've said this before. Tyvis acts like this is too much, this is that much, you guys eat too much. Tyvis is the real foodie on the show. It's not me or T-Bone.
No.
Tyvis is the one who knows what to eat at these fast food joints.
My thing is this. I might know what to eat. The thing is y'all overeat it. Y'all overdo it.
I acknowledge that. But
I would never tell somebody to eat a $5 biggie bag here, then go right across the street and get another $5 biggie bag. That's ridiculous.
Hey, but that's fine. That's the reality is, like I said earlier, some of us want to eat like kings. And if you want the fries from McDonald's and the Coke from McDonald's, but you'd rather have the burger from Wendy's, I can't say that I'd blame you on that. I think that's a great call.
Why? That's too much work.
Because there's different tastes for different things.
What you're talking about is the reason why I stopped going to Burger King for many, many years.
What do you mean?
Because the burger is great. The fries is trash. And the drink is the drink.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, when you want that whole meal, like with the fries, because the fries is like the key thing. People will go to places just for fries.
I just said that.
If the fries ain't good, it's not like you know what, I want a burger from Burger King, but I'm going to go get my fries from McDonald's. No, I want it all in one place I'm going to just settle. Although the burger may not be as good as Burger King's at McDonald's, I'm going to just settle for it because I want the fries.
But you don't
heard the word. You heard the word there. It was settle.
You don't need to settle, Tyvis.
You're settling.
You deserve it all.
Yes, you deserve the best. Treat yourself, Tyvis. That's what I say.
That's what's wrong with us. We too busy trying to search for perfect. No, you got to settle at some point. Okay. You just settle.
No, but, right. If you're dating If you're like a single guy and you're
Just
like, hey,
settle.
I've met a woman who's a lawyer. She's brilliant. She's beautiful. She's got her own career. She makes all this money.
But she got 10 kids.
But no.
Settle.
No.
Why turn away from this wonderful woman
I'm saying,
because she got kids?
That's right. I agree with you. I'm saying we don't. People don't know when to settle. That is a time where you should say, well, I didn't know about kids, but I think everything else is great. Let's get married. What you don't do is look at your fast food and go, this would be an extra 4 minutes out of my life. But I could have the fries from McDonald's and the chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A because those Chick-fil-A fries are ass. They're made of lattice work for some stupid reason.
See, the thing is,
that's a good thing to do. We should be doing stuff like that.
When you think about that, though, see, now I guilt trip myself because now it's, well, do I really need that, though? Like,
don't even ask
see,
that
like
question.
that.
Don't ask that question. I don't like that question. That's a bad question
Do
to
I
ask.
really need that?
I don't like that question at all.
Tyvis bringing this up reminded me of why I don't go to White Castle, and it's because I can't settle because White Castle is so great that I have to get the fries.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get the chicken rings.
Yep.
I have to get the onion petals.
You don't like the
and I have to
slider?
get some White Castles.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly right.
I do not choose one side. I choose
no.
three
You
sides.
have to get all of it.
And then get the sliders.
Ridiculous.
It's a White Castle trip.
Let me get that. What's the sides?
You said
Fries,
fries, chicken rings,
onion petals, and then the sliders.
See, me, I would just get if I went to White Castle, I would get just the chicken rings. I would drive to White Castle just to get the chicken rings.
Dylan, have you ever played ring toss where you take one of the White Castle fries and then try to toss the chicken ring on it?
No, but I'm going to do that later.
Are you
now.
insane?
That's a fun thing to do. By the way,
now we playing with the food?
By the way, if you have trouble playing ring toss in another sense, you should call my friends at Columbus Men's Clinic because they can help you out. Whether you're feeling tired, sluggish, not like yourself, you think it's a part of aging, it may be, or it may be that you have low testosterone. Maybe you're having problems with erectile dysfunction. That could be an issue for you as well. They can help you at Columbus Men's Clinic. They can even help you with weight loss if that's what you're dealing with. I went in, got the consultation, got the blood work done, talked to a medical professional. It was $99, and I got all the information I needed to make a good decision with the medical professional, with the guidance I got there from Columbus Men's Clinic. And it didn't take very long either. It was a great appointment. Setting it up took no time. It was just like 30 seconds online. You can do the same thing today. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com or 614-300-7400. That is the number to call for Columbus Men's Clinic. Get these issues dealt with real help, not just by going online and trying to find a quick fix. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule your appointment or 614-300-7400. Talk to Columbus Men's Clinic today.
Gambling is a risky proposition, especially when you listen to these guys. Here's your best bets for the weekend.
All right. If you could bet on it, are the Vikings lying to you about J.J. McCarthy? I would bet yes, and I would put all my money on it that guy, they don't want to play him because he doesn't know how to throw a football and he can't read a defense. However, we can't bet on that. We can bet on college and pro football, though, so we're going to do that. Here's my college bet for the weekend. UCLA versus Indiana. It's not the sexiest matchup. It's not. I mean, a lot of people are starting to put a little juice on this. They're getting a little excited about it because UCLA has played well. Now that they have new head coach, new offensive coordinator, fine. They are 25.5-point dogs, are UCLA, heading in to Bloomington. This is a big noon game on Fox. So you have body clock issue for UCLA, playing at essentially 9 a.m. their time, right? Because they're on the West Coast, but they're playing in the Eastern time zone. Then you have Indiana, who has been smoking people left and right. Kurt Cignetti's called him a 3-0 team all week. There's no way that this game's close. I'm sorry. I know I don't think this.
Laying the points?
I don't think there would have been a line on this game a month ago. They would have just not even published a line for you to bet on. But now, because UCLA has looked good, they know that people will bet and take the points to say maybe UCLA keeps it close. They won't. Indiana rolls.
I'm looking at the SEC, and that Vanderbilt, Missouri game keeps coming back to mind to me.
Okay.
Vanderbilt is favored -2.5. I don't think that's enough. I think they win by more than that. So give me Vandy lay the points.
Okay. I looked at that game, and my bias with Missouri, because I've been in on Missouri early this year, I couldn't touch that game because I knew that I should look at it analytically and objectively. But all I wanted to do was say, no. Missouri, pulls the upset. So that's why I took myself out of it.
Could have took him on the money line.
I still may, but I'm not making that my official pick today. That's what I'm saying. Dylan.
So you guys know I'm a man of gambling principle.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing unranked favorite versus a ranked opponent.
You love that.
It let us down last week, but it has been going well the whole season.
Taking Illinois.
There's 2 examples of it. That's not the one I'm taking. Iowa State -2.5 against BYU coming off that win.
I don't understand that.
That's why you do it, because if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Why is Iowa State a favorite? Everyone's going to be like, BYU +2.5, easy money. Nah, give me the unranked favorite against a ranked opponent.
Yeah, there's something, too, about coming off of a rivalry game where it was a physical game, and BYU handled the physicality. They dished out some physicality. But those games, the next week after, those hangover games, when you play, usually if you play an Ohio State, a Michigan, a Bama, a Texas, sometimes the game afterwards can be rough. I feel like that could be where BYU is. That's not a bad pick there. Moving to the NFL. I've had a couple games that I've kicked around in my head and a couple games that I've looked at and just thought, I don't know if I can touch this one. So I'm going to go with what I know. I know the Browns are not good, and I don't care what people have seen. I don't care what people think. Browns, Patriots. Browns are getting 7.5 points on the road. Lay the points. Patriots win this game big. I don't think the Patriots have any issues with the Browns. I think they win by at least 10 points. So I will take the Patriots laying the points to cover that spread. 7.5.
This has been the toughest one. This is tough. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, do I really want to do that?
Come on, make your pick.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna just take the 49ers plus the 2.5 against Houston.
Oh, yeah, Texans at home, 2-4. Niners have been beat up, but Houston is the favorite here by 2.5 points. I actually like that play, so that probably means it's bad. And you should probably change it.
I'm taking the point because I was about to take the Bears on the money line, but I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, see, I can't. I still don't trust this Bears team, but
that's my problem. I'm not fully sold.
Dylan may trust him. Dylan, where are you going in the NFL?
Again, off pure principle alone, Titans plus 14.5 against the Colts. I don't care how good you think the Colts are, Tyvis. I don't care how bad you think the Titans are. 2+ touchdowns in an NFL game is too many to turn down. So give me the Titans plus 14.5 against the Colts.
But and that is true. That's a huge public line because everyone thinks the Titans. Well, you know what? In fact, who thinks the Titans are bad? Not just their fans, not just people following the NFL. Their own quarterback knows that they're bad, right? Isn't Cam Ward the one who said the famous quote?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Your ass. So you got that. The Colts, meanwhile, everyone loves Indiana Jones and that whole storyline. That's not a bad.
They have to come back down to earth at some point.
Who's been saying that, and who gets yelled about it every time I say I don't think they're that good? Yeah, I say I don't think they're that good. I don't trust these results.
I just don't want to believe it, man. And they at home 14. I mean, they 4-0 at home.
You think they're going to have like a 15-2 type season, Tyvis?
Who's beating them? They might lose. They might lose to the Chiefs.
Tyvis, let me go ahead and do it. I'm going to pull up their schedule right now. I don't want to beat you to your favorite game.
I don't think we have time for that.
Yeah, we do. We always have time to read the schedule on this show. Are you kidding? That's what people are listening for. Nothing else.
Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm. That's you know what? That I've always thought this about that movie. I know it's not, but it feels like that's a porn name. Doesn't it? Indiana Jones definitely. It does feel like that feels like a porn name.
Riley Reid.
No, that's a different porn name.
They're co-stars.
Are they?
Yeah, Riley Reid and Indiana Jones. He's the porn star.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll come back. We're going to talk with Jeff Svoboda, Jackets Insider. We will get into the Jackets game tonight with the Capitals. We will talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, looking pretty great to kick off your early Friday morning commute. Of course, we do want to check in, though, in a couple of different congested areas. Starting in New Albany, it does get a little bit slower on 161 eastbound by Beach Road, so do be careful out there. A similar situation for folks in Bryce and Reynoldsburg, 70 westbound by Bryce Road, looking pretty congested this morning. But hey, some better news for folks in Canal Winchester and Pickerington. If you're used to taking 33 westbound by Gender Road, no issues out there. Looking at 62 miles per hour. Pretty great drive times this Friday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
We're hiring commercial dock and door technicians at Capital Door Solutions in Columbus. Come to our job fair with on-site interviews Tuesday, November 4th, 2 to 6 p.m. No experience necessary. We will train motivated applicants to repair and install commercial doors. Hiring bonus up to $2,500. Health, dental, vision, and 401k. Capital Door Solutions. Apply in person Tuesday, November 4th, 2 to 6 p.m. Capital Door Solutions, 777 Dearborn Park Lane in Columbus.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Dormar, your pilot hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Parents, are your teens good with money? No. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show, it's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com. And we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Did you know Austin and Berm host a show at Roosters? And did you know that Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences? Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Extra layers this morning. It is mostly cloudy and chilly. We have gusty winds, which adds the wind chill, and temperatures going to start off in the 30s to low 40s. As we go into the day today, we will struggle to get into the mid to low 50s, and with gusty winds, it will feel like we're in the 40s. Cloudy skies for us, maybe a stray shower or two. Otherwise, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight. with our lows in the mid to upper 30s to low 40s, but with winds getting up to 15 miles per hour, could feel even colder than that. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Joined now by our good friend, Jackets insider Jeff Sabota on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jeff, good morning. Jackets getting ready to take on the Capitals at Nationwide tonight. Always a tough task when the Caps come to town, right?
Yeah, definitely for sure, especially as the Caps have gotten better the last couple of years. You know, they win the Stanley Cup in 2018, and then they didn't win a playoff series for 6 years, but, you know, it seems like they're kind of on the upswing again. Alex Ovechkin is my age and still playing like one of the best players in the league, so good for them. So, yeah, should be a good one tonight.
I saw you at a practice yesterday. I got to go check out Jackets practice. Not a morning skate, right? Because that was morning skates usually like happening on game day. They did a little bit more in that practice that we were at yesterday. I've heard though that earlier in the week, maybe it was either Sunday or Monday, whenever they had the after the loss to Colorado, there was a spirited practice last week. Correct? That was like pretty intense.
Yes, yeah. It felt it was businesslike, is what I would say. And, you know, usually at practice, you know, there's some chatter on the ice. You know, there's some guys kind of maybe beforehand with smiles on their faces, or between drills, you might see guys talking with each other. Last Thursday, after they lost to Colorado, that Friday, it was businesslike. There was not much chatter. Basically, you know, I talked to Matthew Olivier afterward. He said, you know, that was what they needed. They needed to man up and show up, basically. And what they've done since then is beat Tampa Bay last Saturday night at home, and then go on the road and beat Dallas on Tuesday. And those are two teams that were playoff teams a year ago, and the Jackets were the better team in both of those games. So, you know, they refocused after that loss to Colorado Nationwide 8 days ago. It's been good to see. And probably the biggest thing, though, has been that the push came not from the coaching staff. You know, the coaching staff did try to push their buttons a little bit. But it came from the players. You know, the players knew that what they put out there against the Avs wasn't good enough, and they put the work in since then, and they played 2 good games, and that's a really good sign for, you know, coaches always say player-driven teams are the best one. So, you know, if they can keep that going and keep it going tonight, you know, there's some reasons to be pretty excited about this squad.
You mentioned Alex Ovechkin earlier, and obviously as people think that this is his last season, but you say that he's still one of the best players in the league. Do you think he could really walk away if you still playing at a high level like that?
That's a great question. I mean, he's been doing it for over 20 years, and so, you know, I say is I'm at the age now where, you know, you don't recover quite as quickly as you once did from whatever it may be that you're doing. So maybe he's at that point where, you know, even though he's still pretty darn good, 44 goals last year, which was incredible because I think he only played like 65 games. So if he would have topped 50 if he'd played a whole season. So, you know, it's pretty incredible what he did a year ago. And, you know, just 1 goal in 7 games so far this year, but you know, it's early. I still think he's going to get his. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that he could go if he's playing as well as he is playing. But the thing that's also kind of interesting to think about is that the next time the Caps are here is in Columbus is the season finale. So Alex Ovechkin began his career against the Blue Jackets in Washington back in 2005. He could end it in Columbus against the Blue Jackets 21 years later. So, that'll be something to watch. But, yeah, I mean, if he, you know, finds the goal-scoring touch this year like he did last year, it's hard for me to imagine that he's going to hang it up. But, you know, maybe, you know, all good things must come to an end at some point, I guess.
Jackets insider Jeff Sabota joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Dean Evison, after practice yesterday, was asked about the goaltending situation and how it's been like an alternating, you know, thing where each guy has gone and then the next guy has gone. And he kind of, I don't know if he was joking around or not, but he kind of hinted at like, oh, yeah, really? Is that what's happening? Huh? We hadn't even really noticed that. But in general, like, I mean, the approach does seem to be whoever they think is best. Do you think it continues like we've seen, or do you think at some point one of these two guys will take center stage and become the guy this year in the net?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think I think he was joking a little bit. I think he's probably tired of us asking about the goaltending situation on basically a daily basis right now. But the rotation has worked, and I would assume, especially the next two games, tonight, tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday of next week are both back-to-backs. And then I think even after that, I think they play Saturday, Sunday. So, I would expect the rotation to continue for this next little bit here because of the way the schedule works. And at some point, whether it be because of, somebody gets like an injury knock or one guy just is playing clearly better than the other, you may see it separate a little bit. But I think that, it's working right now. So why mess with success? And they're going to ride, something close to a rotation, if not a full rotation, for a little bit here. Just to both goaltenders deserve to play. Both are playing extremely well. I think the team is playing well in front of both of them. So there's really not any reason to change it up right now. And, it's an 82-game season. Things are going to, develop naturally, I think is what I would say. At some point, say there might be a reason to go with one goaltender over the other. But right now, and especially with the way the schedule is, there's no reason to change it. And, you look at the team save percentage, I think the goalies combined are saving 92.7% of their shots. You take that in a heartbeat. You got to be pretty happy with the way both of them have played, and both of them have supported each other. Clearly, they're enjoying the fact that each other is having success at the moment, and it's been a pretty good thing for this team at the moment.
Jeff, let's look at the division. Obviously, it's early. There's only been 6 games, but the Jackets sit in dead last. How worried are you about this? And when you look at this game tonight, how important is it for the division?
Yeah, I was looking at that yesterday, actually, and I didn't realize that, at 500, at 3-3, the Blue Jackets are technically in last place right now. And I think some of the other teams have played more games, which is one of the reasons. But at the same time, yeah, you don't want to find yourself falling too far behind in the NHL with the 3-point games and everything. And it can be hard as the season goes by to make up ground. And certainly, when you're 500, it's you're obviously not playing that badly. So, there's no reason to hit any panic buttons. But you also do, like say, you don't want to end up too far behind the pack as it goes. And what's interesting is, before the season, you probably would have said, the Metro was there a little bit for the taking. You knew Carolina was going to be really good. But I think everybody else had some fair question marks about them. And instead we've seen, Pittsburgh has gone off to a better start than people expected. The Rangers have been up and down, but they've still played, they're getting great goaltending. Up and down the division, there's been some better performances than what people would have thought probably coming into the year. And it's all going to balance out. Once you play 82 games and division teams start playing each other more often, it all gets figured out. But yeah, in this sport with 3-point games, it's hard to move up and down the standings once you get to a certain point. So, you're not really in must-win territory, but you're in must-not-fall too far behind territory. It's a big one, especially this weekend. You've got 2 division foes. You've got teams that, Washington that's been good for a long time. You go to Pittsburgh where you've historically had trouble winning. It's going to be important to get some points this weekend to keep the momentum going.
There you go. Jackets and Caps tonight down at Nationwide. Coverage, of course, starts here on The Fan at 6:30. Jeff Sabota, we appreciate it. We'll talk again next week, all right?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Jeff calling in on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, it'd be massive if they could get 2 wins out of this. Just from all you said about the math on that, it helps to start banking some points here if you can. Start, keep that momentum going. But also, me personally, I just hate the Capitals and I hate the Penguins. That's just as a Jackets fan, emotionally and spiritually. I need these 2 games, not for you don't make the playoffs in October, but I need to see that early in this season. That would feel so good. I'm not saying it's likely to happen, but I'd at least like them to get 3 points out of these next 2 games, right?
I think that where people are is that this Jacket team, even last year, it was at a moment where they played really good and then they went on that drought. And I think in our minds as fans is we expect there to be a drought at some point of the season. So you want to stack as many wins as you can. So when you hit that rough patch, it doesn't completely take you out of the playoffs like it did last year.
Or even
that's what people are.
Yeah, even like they had at the start of the year, right, where they were playing well. and they just ended up losing these games by close margins because they couldn't put the puck in the net. That happens, right? Sometimes you just play good goaltending. You just get a couple bounces don't go your way. Got to capitalize when you do get those. Now, obviously, going up against Dallas, they had it didn't look like they had a lot of trouble with them, right? The scoreline got a little lopsided more so than maybe the whole game went, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you got to get the job done. So tonight, hopefully they can get that with some good support down there at Nationwide. When we come back, we're going to talk with Meredith Garfalo. She wasn't here last week, but she's back. Your Football Friday forecast comes up in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, folks, do be mindful this entire weekend. We are noticing a really big construction project out there. A bridge demolition will be happening in the heart of downtown. So that means a couple ramps will be closed, including 3rd Street. That ramp to 70 westbound, starting at 8 o'clock on Friday tonight and lasting through Monday until 5 o'clock in the morning. So as for the detour, definitely take this instead. 3rd Street, hop down to Fulton Street instead. Then go back up on 4th Street. Then go towards that westbound side on Ridge Street. Gets you to 315 southbound and back on 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who have made an impact for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Caitlin Brown. Caitlin has made an impact by creating the Handy Capable Kitchen, which raises money for Toys for Tots through her local Chili Fest. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% on a new 25 Kia EV6 or 26 EV9, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP. Get 1.9% on a new 25 Telluride during the Kia Fall Sales Event. Visit CoglinKia.com.
Based on 2024 retail sales, 0% for 60 months and 1.9% for 48 months equals $1,667 and $2,165 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. Manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Ends 10/31/25.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Lots to get to still this morning. We have got some updates for you on a former Buckeye who had a weird situation in the NFL where he was kind of gone from his team. We got a positive update there. You've got a Bengals player asking for a trade. And I saw this from last night. The Denver Nuggets started off their season. They played the Golden State Warriors, 137-131. Golden State ended up winning that game, okay? Mm-hmm. However, in that game, Aaron Gordon had 50 points for the Golden State Nuggets. Now, or Golden State Nuggets? Denver Nuggets. What am I talking about? Now, why do I bring up a Denver Nuggets stat to you in Columbus, Ohio, about a game that ended at like 1 a.m. probably? Why am I bringing this up to you? Because, 50 points is big, but I believe in the other game last night, someone else went for 50. Like
55.
Guys who went for 55.
SGA.
Yeah, that's right. That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I think he also has the most free throws in NBA history through the first 2 games.
He made 23 of 26 free throws.
The free throw merchant.
Yeah, 100%.
People want to act like what James Harden used to do was worse. It's the same to me. You just like SGA more as a human being, and that's why you don't criticize it as much.
But he gets plenty of criticism now. Well, anyway, I bring up that because a 50-point game is not necessarily that special. It's not something that I think it's as special as it used to be in the NBA. 50. But I bring up this Aaron Gordon thing because at one point during the game, including this game went to overtime, Gordon made 8 straight three-pointers. He had an incredible three-point shooting night. In fact, he made 10 of them, which is how you, in part, get to 50 points, right? If you can make 10 three-pointers out of your 50, that's pretty good. Here's the thing. The last time any player made at least 10 triples in their first game of the season was back on December 23rd, of 2020 when some guy named Terry Rozier did it.
That's great.
That is just the ultimate level of symmetry. You can't ask for anything better.
When it comes to football and the weather, she knows everything. Welcome to the Football Friday Forecast with 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Garfalo.
Welcome in, Meredith. Welcome back from last week.
Thank you. Happy Friday. And I was in tropical paradise last Friday. Not that I didn't miss you guys, but the beach kind of won in that situation.
That's okay. You were in Miami, right? South Beach area?
I was definitely Key Largo, and then I was on Miami Beach for one night. I was kind of doing a little tour of some of the warmer spots of the country.
Well, that's
so you were the reason that the Browns ended up winning. You brought that energy and made sure that Miami knew what it was.
Oh, that's right. I went up to the Dolphins and I said, "Boys, if you're coming to my hometown, you better watch out.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you win, we're in trouble." So they listened to the Sicilian, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have plenty of weather related questions for you because I know we're getting colder. And I know we've got some different forecasts from around the country, but I want to start you off some audio that your guy, Joe Flacco, who's now no longer in Cleveland, this man is in Cincinnati, right? But he had, I thought, a very interesting quote about what he views as paradise, because he was talking about how his family still lives in New Jersey.
Okay.
They decided not to bring the boys and his wife and everybody move him with. So he's just out here by himself. And he had some thoughts on just sitting at a restaurant by himself.
I think there's always a challenge of sitting in a room by yourself and being lonely. So for me, it's trying to find ways to maybe stay over here a little bit longer and then, just kind of take myself out of that mindset, call home, go sit at a restaurant by myself and realize that, man, that's pretty enjoyable to do. After there's not too many situations, I tell people all the time. I mean, I used to see guys sitting at a bar by themselves, or just sitting by themselves eating and grabbing a little meal, and I'm like, man, I feel so bad for that guy. You almost want to go join him. And now I realize, that dude was in heaven.
I like the personality that Joe Flacco is bringing out.
Yes.
I'm glad that we are now getting the Joe Flacco with personality, because I think for years he used to suppress that. He wouldn't let us see the inside, but that's a great quote from him. He's fantastic. I see why you were a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I still support him. He did great things for Cleveland. That one season was amazing. Probably one of the best seasons I remember recently. So, yeah. And I can attest, sitting by yourself at the bar, sometimes it's nice just to sit there and then talk to other people, and you learn so many things. So it's fun.
I'm envious of
I'm still scared of the table for one thing.
No,
Are you serious?
I would
can't do it, Meredith. No. I can't just walk in there and say, table for one. I can't.
Why?
What if somebody took care of your entire dinner? They're like, we're going to give you a free dinner for everything.
Can I sit at the bar?
Nope, you got to sit at a table for one.
No, I can't do that. I just that's too weird.
Dylan, you could do that, right?
I've never done a table for one. The only time I sat at the bar was when I lived by Polaris. I was waiting for my Kroger click list because too lazy to go in the store.
Not too lazy to go in the store.
I was like, what am I going to do while I wait for this? I'm going to go to Waffle House and sit at the bar and eat.
Wait, there's a bar at Waffle House?
Yeah,
well, there's like a bar.
They're not serving alcohol.
Okay.
The counter.
That would be cool if they did. I mean, Waffle House is unhinged enough. I don't think they need alcohol.
Could you imagine?
But that don't count because you sat at the counter. See, that's not. I'm talking about literally table for one. You go to a restaurant and say table.
But it's because I don't have enough self-confidence. It's not because I think it's I don't think it's a loser mentality. It's me.
Listen, I could go. I'd have no problem. I've done it before. I've gone to movies by myself. Working in this business, sometimes I get off at
movies by yourself.
I get off at 10 in the morning. I can go watch a movie at 10:30. What am I going to do? Call my wife? She's working. I just go see the movie myself. What's wrong with that? Have you ever gone to see a movie by yourself?
Yes.
See?
No.
You just you have to. Sometimes you just
I don't love myself. Maybe that's what it is.
So we've got. Let's talk about some weather.
Okay.
We have the Browns are in. I was going to say Boston, but technically they're in Foxborough, Mass. Yeah, in Gillette Stadium against the Patriots. What are we looking at there weather-wise?
It's going to be a real pleasant game. I mean, low 50s, sun and clouds, very, very minimal rain chances. So it's not going to be bad. The winds are light. So not a good day, or not a good day, I was going to say, to be in Cleveland. But no, it's going to be, I hope they win. That's all I'm trying to say.
Understandable. That's fine.
It's a tall order.
Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, Bengals are hosting the Jets on Sunday at 1:00 at Paycor Stadium. So So what are we looking at just for us this weekend? I know that's Cincinnati on Sunday, but in general this weekend for us, what are we looking at here?
Well, for tailgaters, obviously it's going to be really cold like it was this morning, although a couple degrees warmer, but you're probably not going to notice the difference. So that's going to be not so fun. But for the game time, 56, maybe some stray showers, but kind of like mostly cloudy skies. You'll get some peaks of sun here and there, but again, not a bad day for football in Cincinnati.
So it's going to be cold in the morning.
Yeah, the morning you're going to want lots of layers and then have a bag to put them in later.
I got to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, so that's
that forecast. Actually, it's very similar to here. Low 50s into the mid 50s throughout the day. You got a chance of showers, but it's mainly going to be cloudy.
Don't say that.
I mean, it's a 20 to 30% chance there, Tyvis. I think you'll be okay.
Tyvis, I know there's going to be a little weather, but you get to witness the brilliance that is Northwestern versus Nebraska. I mean, what a game.
Yeah.
We all would suffer for that just because it's such a brilliant game to go to. My God. Now, I am told that Dylan asked you, because Dylan is a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
And Dylan is desperate to know, are there any NFL games that we should be looking at?
Or college.
That have gross weather attached to them that we could possibly wager on where maybe there's some gross weather. We could look at the under on that.
I mean, go to Fayetteville, Arkansas, actually. I know that was your question for the Auburn game.
Yes.
That's going to be like rain all day, 60s. The winds are going to be an issue. Southeast, 10 to 15. Could get some gusts up to 20. So it's kind of a lot of things will be working against both teams. You've got the rain, which will make it slippery. You've got the wind, which could mess up those field goals. And, I mean, the 60s, that's the best part. That's warm compared to here.
Auburn, Arkansas under. There it is,
Yeah,
folks.
well,
All right.
you know, you could also take that under because Jackson Arnold, their quarterback, sucks and will take like 10 sacks when you don't need him to. And I don't trust Bobby Petrino's offense anymore because I think he's lost. All right. So thank you for all the weather.
Always.
Are you, this weekend, are we looking at still good weather to go out and hit a pumpkin patch or get some of those last minute Halloween decorations up and stuff like that?
Yeah, unlike last weekend when we had pouring rain on Sunday, it's actually going to be mainly dry. I say that we could have a couple sprinkles north. We've had some lake effect showers coming in off of Lake Erie, so that's why like Cleveland might have been seeing rain while down here we have not. But yeah, 50s all week, and the mornings are going to be pretty brutal with the cold. So I'd maybe wait a little bit or just really like get dressed up like Tyvis if you're going for that morning. Well, no, you're going to be in Nebraska. Never mind. But Sunday morning will be chilly.
There you go. See,
I wasn't going to say T-Bone because I don't think T-Bone's going to get up on Saturday morning and go for a run.
No. I'm not going for a run. Not anytime soon.
Real quick, the chat wants to know Meredith's take on pie.
Pumpkin
Oh, my God. I love
pie.
pie.
Or cake?
Pie.
Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Over cake. That's fine.
Okay.
You know what? I found out we were in the minority on that around the station
Interesting.
because
Everybody like pie?
we all said we would rather have cake than pie, but the station I think is the other way. What is your favorite type of pie?
Ooh, that's a homemade pumpkin pie with real whipped cream. None of that Cool Whip crap. It's got to be real whipped cream.
Okay.
Real whipped cream.
I know what you're talking about.
Fancy.
Yes.
But rhubarb and cherry pie too. I like those as well.
Okay. See, I'm less with vegetables and fruit in my pie. If I'm
Okay.
going to have it, I want just like a key lime pie or something
Ooh,
like that.
that's
Is where
good.
which you were down.
I had it in key. I had key lime pie in the Keys.
Yeah, there
It's
you
so
go.
good.
Did you get over to, I think, is it Joe's Stone Crab? I think is the place down in Miami where they say, or South Florida where they say, if you're going for key lime pie, that is the place to go. But
Next trip.
next time you do that, yeah, for sure. Check it out. Also, I found out I had the real whipped cream like you're talking about. My dad, one year for our Christmas, he was like, I made real whipped cream. And
What is this real whipped cream?
You take whipping
cream
and you just, yeah. Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Tyvis, you beat it, you whip it. I don't know a better way to say this, but like that's what you do to it. You get it till it's fluffy.
Wow.
But here's the thing. My dad didn't tell me when he was growing up the way he would eat that, no sugar. So then we took a bite of it and it's just like fluffy milk, essentially.
Ew.
It was disgusting.
So I can't get the ready whip in the can.
Ready Whip is the second best. I think that's the second best to real whipping cream. I approve of Ready Whip, just not Cool Whip. That's just nasty.
Oh, really?
Cool Whip
so
is
now that
nasty.
shocks me. Because we talked earlier, I was a Cool Whip kid growing up.
Yeah.
But then we would save the containers and put leftovers in them. And then I would get very disappointed when I opened it up and there was like turkey or stuffing in it, but not actual whipped cream. So that was very
I'm about to go home and put some heavy whipping cream and just
there you go.
whip it.
Whip it good.
So the memes that are going to come out of this last segment, Tyvis. They're great. All right, Meredith, thank you so much for dropping in. 10 plus 10 TV all morning. Get all your weather updates and, of course, right here on The Fan and traffic updates with Brianna. When we come back, we have an update on a former Buckeye who hasn't been with his team the last few weeks. We'll tell you what's going on next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, and hey, happy Friday. We are noticing some traffic really starting to build up for folks over on the west side out there, especially over 70, that eastbound direction by West Jefferson and that construction site. Those lane restrictions still going on State Route 142 in that area. So again, drive time's really dropping, but do know it gets a lot better once you pass that area and go closer to 70 and 270. But hey, a different story for folks in Plain City. No issues out there. 33 eastbound and westbound looking great for this Friday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment
on any Ford tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show, it's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com. And we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter.
He'll be there quick.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
Sunday, a day of rest, relaxation, and Browns football. Catch the Brownies as they battle the Patriots on the Fan 2.
Live fan coverage starts Sunday at 11 on AM 1460 and the Fans HD2.
Your home of the Browns, the Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Morning Breath at 8:17. We will play. Well, I don't have the audio of it to play, but I will read you the quotes of just an absolute idiot who is defending some bad refereeing. And it will come as no surprise to you. It's another bad referee that's coming to his defense, but we'll do that at 8:17. So if you hate referees, half an hour from now, it's your time to shine. We'll get to that in a moment. Also, I have this audio to play for you. This is from Common Man and Timmy yesterday. Apparently, because I got messages yesterday after our segment where we had Dean Evison in. He brought you a jersey. It had number 23 on it, had Powell on the back of it. I was very happy for you. Because I know you're getting into hockey. You're learning more about the game. Now you have a Jackets jersey to wear when you go to your next game and invariably witness like a hat trick or something like you did the last time you went. So that was all cool. I was glad that he did that. Dean was really nice. We had a good conversation with him. I went out to practice yesterday after we got done on the air. So just a big day of Jackets time for me. And it was a lot of fun. But Common Man and Timmy in the afternoons, 3 to 6, right here on the Fan, every single weekday, they had some thoughts on the fact that only one of us got a jersey.
So Dean Evison, Jackets head coach, popped in the studio this morning to pay T-Bone and Tyvis a visit. And I assume he was with, one of the fine media relations people. Because Dean doesn't just pop up by himself.
No.
Right?
Not usually.
And Tyvis got himself a custom jersey. They brought him a Blue Jacket jersey. They got Tyvis's name and number.
He's laughing and he's smiling and he's yelling like he does.
Loving it. They're taking pictures. Look at this jersey and all that. And they bring absolutely nothing for Fatty Arbuckle T-Bone. What do you think about that, T-Bone?
Let me look at your sausage.
You know what? That's just rude. All right?
As far as we know,
that's rude.
Nothing for T-Bone.
Now, I will say.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Out of all of that, the biggest takeaway is you said, let me look at your sausage.
Yeah. I'm sure I did at some point.
Why would you say something like that?
Tyvis, I talked with that guy for 12 years, 3 hours a day,
and
5 days a week.
Let me look at your sausage?
I said, one, how do you think I got the job? Two, I said a lot worse than that. Are you kidding me? Come on, that's tame for what we used to say on that
You know
show.
who else says worse stuff?
Oh, I know.
Timmy.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to let her take a third finger after she originally said she only wanted 2.
What?
Great advice. Great life advice.
That's wild. That is wild. Where is the context? I don't even want the context. I don't need I wasn't prepared. Can we hear that one more time just so I try to understand what was said here? Play it one more time. Maybe I missed it.
I wasn't going to let her take a third finger after she originally said she only wanted 2.
Okay.
Please tell me he's talking about canes, man. Please.
What's great about this dynamic, Tyvis, is that you found a way that could be contextualized properly. In my terrible mind, there was no way for me to contextualize that. How in the world could that possibly be useful? Okay.
Tim is out to lunch.
All right. Now, I want to say thank you to Common Man and Timmy for having my back. I also got a tweet from my guy Zoran, who I love. Big Z tweets me all the time. And he listens to all of our shows all day on the Fan. And he said, last night he sent me a tweet, and he goes, how dare they? How dare the Jackets not bring a jersey for you, my guy? And I said, listen, Z, I'm glad you have my back. I'm glad Common Man and Timmy have my back. But to be fair to the Jackets, one, I have received tons of merchandise and illicit payments from the Jackets over the years. No payments. But no, they've every year they give us a media gift. And so I've gotten the tumbler They sent us like a 20-ounce tumbler once that had my name on it, property of T-Bone with the Jackets logo. Very cool.
They did the wine bottle a couple years ago.
Got a wine bottle from them. I got a goalie stick from them once with like my name on it.
Custom puck. You got
custom
that?
puck. Yes. I still have all these things.
Me
so
too.
like I have plenty of cool gifts from the Jackets. I appreciate that. Tyvis hasn't gotten any of that because until this year, he hasn't been a member of the media. So now he is. Now you'll start getting those gifts. But also, they wanted you to have a jersey, so let him live.
I'm not a media member.
I'm
a former athlete that so happens to work in the media.
Yeah.
That's it.
Tomato,
That's all.
tomato.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
By the way, George just said, does T-Bone like anything? Dude is always complaining and saying what or who he hates. Get this clown off the air. I just said right there that I liked what the Jackets gave him. What am I saying? Does he know who I am? Maybe does he think Dylan or you, T-Bone? I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
All right,
There's
anyway.
no room for hate on the show, T-Bone.
That's right. No, but just don't worry. And also, the other thing is it keeps me journalistically in the clear so that whenever the Jackets do have a downtime, I can absolutely crush them. If I have to, I can, because I'm not taking gifts unlike Tyvis over here, who's getting compromised daily. Well, he's getting feeded by the local teams here, so we'll give him favorable coverage.
I still got to.
We already know he's in the bag for Ryan Day, because Ryan Day's only done good things to him in his life. And only been great to him.
I got to keep it real with the fans at all times.
That's right. I know you do.
So tell him who the real reason you got that jersey, since you got to keep it real.
Keep it real.
Dylan Gonzalez. That's the reason why.
That's exactly right.
So what you should get out of this is that I like Tyvis more than T-Bone.
I already knew that. That's totally fine. Totally fine.
I figured you already had one, to be honest. I didn't even think about it. The real story is that during the draft, Tyvis said he didn't have a jersey. So I texted the powers that be over there and said, a morning show host over here doesn't have a jersey. And they said, what's the name of the number?
And they said, we don't make it in his size. That's why. And they're like, no. The one who's in shape. The one who's actually played in the NFL. That one needs a jersey. That's totally fine. All right. So we didn't get to the Buckeye update. I will give you an update on a former Buckeye player. There was some mystery around this guy's status. We got a little clarification on that. Plus, a Bengals team captain is asking for a trade. All that coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a quick reminder here, there will be bridge demolition projects that will be happening throughout the entire weekend this weekend. So we do have some ramps closed because of it, including 670, that westbound ramp to 71 in that southbound direction. We'll be starting as early as tonight, 10 o'clock, and lasting through the entire weekend until Monday morning at 5 o'clock. So the detour here takes 670 westbound all the way to 315 instead. Take that southbound and get you back to where you want to go, 71 in that southbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614 683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Thursday Night Football last night featured a matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Bolts dominated this one from opening kickoff, and Justin Herbert threw for 3 touchdowns en route to a 37-10 victory over Minnesota. The Columbus Blue Jackets will host the Washington Capitals tonight at Nationwide Arena. You can listen to the CBJ go for their 3rd straight victory right here on The Fan. Coverage starts tonight at 6:30. And the Buckeyes are on a bye week, but the Browns and Bengals will be in action this Sunday. The Browns will travel to Foxborough to play the Patriots, while the Bengals will host the Jets in Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Call 844-346-1800. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
LW in the YouTube chat says, get Timmy on the phone. We need answers about the fingers. Agreed. When did you get that audio, Dylan? What is that even from?
Monday.
Okay. I have questions. If Timmy's listening, or if we can get him on the phone, we'll ask him. We'll find out what's going on. Plenty to get to in this segment, or in this next half hour. We have Morning Breath coming up at 8:15, 8:17. And like I said, there's a referee that needs to be yelled at, so we'll do that. I also have to tell you at some point this hour about how the traffic yesterday in Marysville was the worst I've ever experienced in my life. And there was a great reason why it was this way. Didn't change the fact that it was miserable if you lived up in Union County and had to go through Marysville at all for any reason yesterday. I'll tell you about that more in a bit. But Josh Simmons, former Buckeye, offensive lineman, left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, has been doing good things. He popped up on the injury report earlier. Was it last week or the week before?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It was when they played the Jags. And it was the day of the game. I think that game was a 4 o'clock game, something
Probably,
like that.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville game?
Yeah.
Monday night.
Oh, it was okay.
Monday
Well, that's
night.
what it was. Yep. So he just, the day of the game, popped up on the report that he wasn't going to be available. And so they said, like everybody covering the Chiefs was like, wow, this is weird. We have no info on why this was. They just said out. And then family issue, right? And so then we talked about this last week where there were multiple people asking Andy Reid about it, Pat Mahomes, and all they would say is, I have nothing to say about that. You'll have to talk to the GM. Pat Mahomes said,
pray for his family and his situation, but
then
I pray for all my teammates.
Yes, Pat Mahomes was like, I pray for everyone, though. I'm not saying anything. So no one wanted to say anything about this. We still don't have much of an update on it, but Andy Reid actually did talk to reporters about this yesterday. He said, my update for you with Josh would just be there's communication. not going to get into all of it. Everything's positive. It's not a negative situation. He's taking care of family. Okay. So in either case, I guess I was wrong on that. The game that he missed, it was week 6. It was the Lions game. That was the primetime game that he missed. So that's where all this started for him. But apparently we know that it's not a negative situation, so that is good. I don't know more than that. I don't want to speculate, but like maybe a family member hit the lottery and he's just helping them deal with the winnings. I don't know what it is. But whatever. They're saying it's not a negative situation, so that is at least good. Hopefully he can rejoin the team soon. But we had brought that up earlier. I feel like we should talk about it when there is some update to that. So that's the latest that we know on that situation. But the last time they asked Andy Reid about it, it was like, who? Josh, I can't even talk about. I can't even say his name. I'm sorry. You have to ask the GM.
It's so much. The Patrick Mahomes part is the part that's messing me up because he's saying praying for him and all of his stuff, and it's like it's positive.
Yeah. Well, you can pray for positive. Hey, thank you, God, that everything's awesome with him. I guess
he stepped away from the team because everything is positive.
Yeah, whatever, man. I don't know.
They hit the lotto.
That's all I can think of.
What's the Powerball? $800 million. They'd have hit that. They done with football.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's it. Yeah, what would be the number that would have taken if you were playing? Let's say, like, you were in second year in the NFL. And they're like, you're making inroads, right? Was that when when you were with the Niners? Was that
second
your
year in the league? Yeah.
Okay, you got to start
2017.
You got to start that year, right?
No, don't ever say.
You started with the Niners.
Don't you ever say that I started that year? What do you mean? Like, what you mean? Started a game, or you mean
you
like
started a game that year? Did you not?
That was 18.
Oh, okay. So not even
17. I was doing that's 17 was the. Getting cut, throwing out the first pitch, going to Indy, going to Seattle, then getting to San Fran.
Okay. So when you got to San Fran, would you have said that was like one of your better years in the NFL?
17 or 18?
Whichever year. Pick a year. I don't care.
The year you started a game, 2018.
What was your best year in the NFL is what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to get to is, what was your best year in the league, Tyvis? What year was that where you had the most hope and potential?
They're all like a blur to me.
Okay, fine. Let's say
between 17 and 18.
Okay, at your most confident, if they came to you and said, "Hey, by the way, like just you hit the lottery and you've won blank number."
Okay.
What would have been the number that would have got you to say, "I'm walking away from football because I've made all this money, and although I love the game and I really care about it, I don't need to do anything ever again. So I'm going to go. I'm done."
I'm going to be completely honest, and this is going to sound like complete baloney.
Okay.
No money would allow me to do that at that point of time. Like, I would have had a different mindset, but like, for me, this is something that I wanted since I was 9 years old. I told my guidance counselor, this is a league or nothing. Like, so like my entire life was dedicated to making it to the NFL. Once I got there, it's like, I got to take advantage of this. Like, I can't just walk away because I hit the lotto. Like,
okay.
It would have been nice. Like, all my family would be taken care of, but like, I still got to see this thing out.
All right, let's ask a man with no principles. How much would it take you to walk away from radio for the rest of your life?
Oh, we may be one contract away. No. I genuinely, I love doing this. I would probably do this. I don't want to tell the bosses this. I probably would do this for close to free, but like, I got to pay, I got to cover bills. But here is the thing though, genuinely, to your point though, like when you got to the NFL, because like for me, radio was the NFL for me. Like getting to be on a sports radio station talking sports all day, that was what I wanted to do when I was 12 years old. So once I've done that now and I've had a career doing it, if you told me like, hey, tomorrow you have to hang it up because they just hate you and they want you gone, I would say, well, that sucks, but I feel like I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish in this business. I guess it's on to the next challenge. If they came to me and said, here's $20 million, but the condition is you can never talk on the radio again, here's what you would hear. See you later. Like, I don't need it. Like, I mean, I would gladly take the financial security over like pursuing my dreams.
T-Bone, I have to see it through.
What if someone had said to you, all right, here is $100 million, but you can never play football again? And this would have been, I'm saying, in like you had just gotten signed to the Seahawks. You're hanging out with
this is my rookie year.
You're fighting the LOB. All the hope is in front of you for this. If they said, Tyvis, here is $100 million, the only condition to it, there's this rich guy doing an indecent proposal with Julia Roberts, whatever, but whoever's in that movie. But for you, the indecent proposal is you have to quit football. For $100 million, would you do it?
Man, that's tough. You know what, though? In that situation, that's different. Yeah, because you know why? Because I also went undrafted at that time.
Yeah, I know, right. That's what I'm saying.
So
it's
the odds of me like having this great career that makes up to $100 million is slim to none at that point in time. So it would be fine. It would be smart for me to take that deal. But I would be kicking myself because I would live with that regret for the rest of my life. Like, man, what if I would have been this or that? Like, the not knowing part would have ate me alive.
Oh, yeah. And I acknowledge, too, the privilege that you and I have because we've actually gotten to do some of the things we wanted to do with our lives, playing football, doing radio. Working with Dylan Gonzalez has always been a dream, right? But like in general, I also have worked in a call center, and I left the call center to where I was making more money than this. I left a call center to go take a radio job to make $8.50 an hour when I started in this side of the business. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, I quit that job for nothing because I wanted to pursue the dream.
I tell you what, I took a massive pay cut, but the good news is I learned something. I learned that I am not as good at football as other people are. And that's okay because I gave it everything I had.
Man's got to learn his limitations.
I just was not good enough.
That's right. By the way, LW said T-Bone and Dylan would walk away from anything for all-you-can-eat buffets. That's right. You're exactly right. That's exactly right.
The number to walk away from this would be as long as I could live my life comfortably.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be it.
I loved it.
What number is that?
I would have to consult my financial advisor.
Too much money ain't enough money.
Oh, see, I love. Well, yeah, that's right, Terry Rozier. You're exactly right.
Chauncey Billups is on line one.
He's made $100 million trying to rig a poker game.
What? I am curious to know what was they cut? Like, what was his cut? What was Chauncey and Damon Jones's cut?
Well, allegedly. So both those guys are saying we didn't gamble, we didn't benefit from this. Their lawyers are saying we're fighting this because we may like Chauncey Billups is getting arrested because he was helping bring people to a poker game that was allegedly rigged. He could say, I didn't know it was rigged. I got scammed by these people too. I'm sure that will be part of his defense. Terry Rozier is probably saying,
so he telling.
I told people like that this guy wasn't playing. I didn't know they were going to gamble with that information.
They have specific info on Terry Rozier.
Sure, so let me stop this
but
right
I'm just
here.
telling you that will be their defense, just like Shaggy, it wasn't me. So they're going to do that until it doesn't work.
So what you're telling me is Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier 100% is telling on they peoples.
I don't know. They both have said they're innocent. Their lawyers have said they're innocent and they're fighting these charges. They look forward to being vindicated in court.
They're going to get a slap on the wrist and be on the streets and everybody going to wonder why. We know exactly why.
The feds said that they know specific amounts that people associated with Terry Rozier have bet on games and then went to Terry Rozier's house to count money.
Terry Rozier's probably like, well, one, why do I care if they just came over to my house and wanted to count their money? I mean, is that illegal? I thought this was America. Like, he's just like, what's wrong with that? That's fine.
Like Terry Rozier is telling. I'm telling you.
But what I'm saying is I don't know who he can tell on. He's kind of cooked. The other two, there's probably, especially in Chauncey Billups' case, he can rat on whatever Russian mafia members allegedly.
He better not.
The thing is,
he better not.
Hey. I'll tell you, I don't want to speak for you, Tyvis, but the Russian mafia, both geographically, meteorologically, and emotionally and spiritually, they have some cold white boys. I'm going to tell you right now. In all senses, facets, and phases, they've got that covered. So, yeah.
Terry's cooked is my point. I don't think there's any out for him.
I don't know who because who could...
Him and Jonte Porter.
No, here's the only hope for Terry Rozier is if he's like, yes, and you know who was telling me to do it? Adam Silver. If it goes up a level, well, then now we've got new information. Then maybe if that's not happening, though, you're right. Who could he roll
Terry,
on?
we can let you go, but you're going to have to give us something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know a little something about what LeBron doing over there.
By the way, people want to drag LeBron into this. My Pookie. My sunshine.
If Shohei can get away with it, LeBron
he
better
didn't
get away
do
with
nothing.
It.
People are saying LeBron's involved in this. LeBron's involved in this because he's friends with Damon Jones, and Damon Jones said, "Hey, LeBron, how's that ankle doing?" And LeBron said, "Not good. Probably not going to play tomorrow." And Damon Jones chose to go gamble with that information. It's not like LeBron was like, "All right, man, here's 10 grand. I'm not playing tomorrow. Go bet it." Like, LeBron has barely anything to do with this.
By the way,
this person needs a fall guy. And for Shohei, it was his translator.
Dylan's segment of the program is brought to you by Clutch Sports Group, which is if you ever see a black van pulling up in your driveway, no, you didn't, and it's fine. We're all good.
I would love to be on their payroll.
Joe, we can tell. We know. They don't need to pay you. They got you. You're already in. Some people should just shut up. Some would argue that this entire show should do that, but you will hear from the ones that we think should next in Morning Breath. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, good morning, and welcome to your Friday. We are still noticing one crash on the roads, and it's happening over on our east side by Gahanna, and especially over by the airport. It's at 270 northbound direction, just past Hamilton Road. Expect some lane closures out there, causing a little bit of traffic delays, but nothing too bad for your early Friday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Make your Halloween a good deal spookier at Meijer with frighteningly good low prices. Get 25% off costumes for you and your little creatures. Select varieties of Halloween candy are buy one, get one 50% off. And beautifully crisp 3-pound bags of Honeycrisp apples or half gallons of fresh from Meijer apple cider are buy one, get one for just $1. This selection and savings at Meijer are enough to make you go wonderfully batty. You see what I did there, batty? Halloween at Meijer. Always a ghoulishly good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey friends, good news for you. All your favorite NBA players, they're back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, you bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass, plus score $300 if your bet wins, all paid out in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THEFAN971. That's code THEFAN971. Bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Ohio only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com.
GLakesHyundai.com.
With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
Dormar, your climate hero.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job.
Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Extra layers this morning. It is mostly cloudy and chilly. We have gusty winds, which adds the wind chill, and temperatures going to start off in the 30s to low 40s. As we go into the day today, we will struggle to get into the mid to low 50s, and with gusty winds, it will feel like we're in the 40s. Cloudy skies for us, maybe a stray shower or two. Otherwise, cloudy becoming partly cloudy overnight, with our lows in the mid to upper 30s to low 40s, but with the winds getting up to 15 miles per hour, could feel even colder than that. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Are you working? Because we barely are. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football and quiet quitting. The Fan. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Do you remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? I know I do. You probably just laughed it off and said, no big deal. There's one time. But then it happened a second time, a third time, or even more. Now you know it's a problem, and we can't have that problem. So when you're dealing with this, please go see my people at Tri-State Men's Health, because they have treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of these treatments can have you last an hour or more. Tell her, take that. Ha-ha! 6 locations located in Ohio, 2 of them in Columbus, Hilliard, Westerville. You schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, you tell them you know Tyvis Powell, and I'm going to come and tell them, well, it's free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. Talk about a comeback. That's better than Michael Jordan's comeback. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
They're saying he put the Powell back in Powell, is what I heard.
Since he brought up Michael Jordan, can I bring up my latest internet arguments I've been having?
Dylan, you live for jumping into people's mentions and screaming at them.
You did this again?
He's so mad about this Michael Jordan thing.
I have about a dozen people on Twitter right now that I'm having an ongoing argument with about one reply that I had to. So they had video of the Michael Jordan free throw.
Yes.
Like
for those who didn't hear this,
yeah.
Michael Jordan said he was staying at an Airbnb. He hadn't picked up a ball in years.
Yes.
The people who were hosting the Airbnb said, can you please shoot a free throw for us, Mr. Jordan?
For the children.
For the kids. And he was like, I'm so nervous. I haven't shot a basketball in forever. And then he switched it and everybody was happy. And so there's video evidence of him doing this shot.
Right.
So
there's people sharing this video saying, you see you guys out there saying Michael Jordan was full of it, that this story never happened? Here's the video evidence. And I said, no one was saying that he was lying about making the shot. It was him lying, saying that he hadn't picked up a basketball in years. The same guy that at 50 years old was playing his first-round draft pick one-on-one and beating him in practice and taking away all his confidence.
You talking about Michael Kidd-Gilchrist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beat him one-on-one at age 50 when he was a second overall pick rookie.
For his own team.
Yeah, for his own team. Why are you going to do that to a kid? That same guy, he just was like, you know what?
See if he had that dog in him.
I don't shoot hoops no more. I don't do that. And even Mike Tirico was like, come on, man. You serious? You really haven't picked up a ball for that long?
Well, then, you know what I say? If Michael Jordan truly hasn't picked up a basketball, man, sucks that he gave up on the game that we all love. Why is he such a hater? I love basketball. I would never say I will never pick up a basketball again because I love basketball too much. Apparently, I love it more than Michael Jordan.
Exactly. My only reply to this tweet was, and you guys get on LeBron for lying. That's the only thing I said. Yeah. And I let it go. I threw the grenade in there, closed the door.
That's all you
But you didn't close the door. You go back and open it every 5 seconds and refresh it to see if it exploded yet and what was the fallout of that.
Like you leave your notifications on like that?
I had as of this morning, I had to mute the conversation because I'd be in here right now typing away on Twitter, arguing with people, and T-Bone would be throwing it to break, and I'd be in here tweeting.
Yeah, Dylan would be winning the argument on the internet.
Let me go look. Let me look this up.
Don't encourage him. All right, here we go. While Dylan does that, he is certainly someone who could fit into this next segment.
Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
Sponsored by Sanders' Famous Bumpy Cake. Now available in Columbus at Kroger and Meyer.
At least when it comes to arguing with people on the internet, you got to let that go, Dylan. Even though I occasionally argue with people on the internet, and when I do it, it's totally justified.
It's my favorite pastime. Yeah. I can't quit it.
I don't understand why you liked it. I don't understand why you likes doing it.
Let's go back to SEC referee Ken Williamson. If you remember this story, we talked about this yesterday. This is the guy who was the official in the Auburn-Georgia game, where Kirby Smart was running down the sideline calling timeout, and then as soon as they gave him the timeout with 1 second left on the play clock for his dumb offense, he goes, I was clapping. I wasn't, what, baby? I wasn't timeout. I was clapping. And then Ken Williamson is the referee, the head referee, who said, yeah, that's cool. He wasn't calling timeout, even though everyone could hear it and see it that he was. Let's not charge him a timeout. Let's not give him a delay of game. Let's just let him have the timeout for free, essentially, and avoid the penalty, and then get to run whatever play he wanted to.
He's going to be caught next. They're going to have the feds going to come kick his door in next.
Well, not only that in this game, there was also the controversial, did he get over the line or did he not, for the Auburn quarterback. So, right, there were lots of questionable calls in this game. A lot of them went against Auburn. Auburn filed grievances against this referee and against this refereeing crew. The SEC has reportedly, though the SEC's not officially commented on it, it appears they have banned Ken Williamson from reffing their games. So here's what Terry McCauley, longtime referee, said about this very thing. This is insane. Ken is a very good referee and has been for a very long time. I've commented on the Georgia-Auburn game, and no, the crew did not have a very good game. It happens to officials just as it happens to coaches and players. I look forward to the day an AD suspends his coach or in a single game, poor clock management, allowing players to feign injury, bad play calls, etc., or let's permanently bench a quarterback for throwing a game-ending interception regardless of his past performance. So Terry McCauley is saying you can't ban a ref for one bad performance. But we talked about yesterday multiple bad performances, Terry. And one, I think you should be able to get banned. Guys do get benched for one bad game.
Fined.
Yes, you should fine the referees. You should be able to suspend them, any of that. But also, Tyvis, are there guys in the NFL who went out, got their chance to start, had an atrocious game, and then never got a chance to start again? I'm sure that's happened.
That happens all the time.
Does that happen in college?
Yeah.
Okay, so that does happen. Terry McCauley's an idiot because that very thing he's complaining about happens to players all the time. Coaches get one shot in the league to be a head coach. They fail, and oftentimes they never get that chance again.
Will Brian Callahan get another job?
Well, you know what? There are guys who do, to be fair. Sometimes because their last name is associated with a coach
as far as head coach.
No, I would be very shocked if Brian Callahan you know who's not ever getting a head coaching job again? Mike Pettin is never getting that call, right? Those are
Jackson.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys who got their chance, failed, and are not coming back.
Jackson was the head coach at Grambling. Once he got fired from there, that's when it was done.
All right. But to your point, Bone, Ken Williamson, he's been a ref at the FBS level for 21 years.
Yeah.
17 years in the SEC. We know 6 years ago he had a terrible game. How many bad games in this stretch of time has he had how many times in this stretch of time has he had a bad game?
For those who don't know, because we talked about it yesterday, this referee, he had the game that was the 2019 Clemson game where Ohio State Jeff Okuda knocks the ball out of the receiver's hands after he clearly established it was a catch. They didn't call it a fumble. They took off. Was it Jordan Fuller who returned it for a touchdown?
Yes.
Took that off the board in a game that ended up being less than a touchdown deficit. We know there were plenty of other bad calls in that game.
Sean Wade targeting.
Yes.
Come on.
That was also the
That
was Ken Williamson ref that game too, and was the referee who spoke to the media afterwards and said, these calls were all justified. You guys are wrong and you don't understand what we saw out there. Yes, we do. We
Was
watched
he
it in 4K.
also the referee when Dez Bryant caught that ball against the Packers?
For the sake of this break, yes.
But also,
he was also there for the Fail Mary.
Yes. He also was at Dealey Plaza. I think we need questions asked about him with JFK and the book depository. Like, what was going on there? Look, all I know is with Ken Williamson, Terry McCauley saying this, like, this guy's losing his livelihood. No, he's not. He's not allowed to referee SEC football games, allegedly. That may not even be official. But if that is the case and
So
he's
he
truly
could go
been
work
banned,
in like the ACC, Big 12.
Why not?
MAC, Big 10.
But you know what? Even if all the other college football conferences are like, we're not going to hire this guy either because if he's not good enough for the SEC, he's not good enough for here. You know who will hire him? He can go back to work in Division II. He can go work FCS. He can go work high school games. You know what he could also do? Get another job than refereeing. Because if you've done it for 21 years and you have this bad of an experience, and that's the only thing you know how to do, I don't feel bad for you, man.
High school football.
Most of these guys do have other jobs, too.
Yeah, most
the
of
NFL
them.
referees,
They're
most
not
of them,
full-time.
Yeah, most of them have actual jobs outside of refereeing these games. So, no, I don't feel bad for this guy at all. I think it's stupid. All right. Dylan grabbed me in the studio this morning, pulled out a knife and said, we have to talk about LeBron James. And we're only going to talk about him, though, in a negative context because LeBron James' name is being attached to this giant gambling story. We'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, taking the time to check in on some drive times in other parts throughout the metro. Starting on the north side for folks in Powell and Worthington, if you are stepping out the door, do be mindful that 315 over by Mount Air this morning, just looking a little bit more congested, as well as 23, that northbound direction, clocking you in at 34 miles per hour out there. But starting off over in our southwest corner, here we go now, Grove City. You're looking a little bit slower, at least by 71 northbound by Greenlawn Avenue. A lot of people heading downtown this morning, but hey, 270 eastbound, 62 westbound, no issues out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Well, that used to be my future until I visited my people at CAPS, because as a former pro athlete, confidence has always been key for me. Can't you tell? On and off the field. That's why I chose CAPS for my NeoGraft treatment. They've got a great reputation, and after doing my research, I knew I could trust the team right here in town. The staff was professional. They answered every question that I had, and I had a lot of them, and made the whole process smooth and stress-free. This wasn't just about hair. It was about investing in myself. Tyvis C. Powell. The results are natural, and it fit right into my busy schedule, and I already feel more confident. Guys don't talk about this enough, but we should. Caps made it easy, judgment-free, and honestly, has been one of the best decisions I've made. So visit Caps today at experiencecaps.com.
By the way, I brought this up earlier, and if you live in Marysville, you drove through Marysville yesterday, I want to apologize for our city. It's not usually like this, but I went to Jackets practice yesterday.
What are you, the mayor?
Well, I mean, I live there. No, I'm not. Trust me. No, I believe there's another morning show host in town who's lived there longer than me, and she's probably, if anything, the mayor, not me. But in either case, I get out of Jackets practice yesterday because I went to go check it out. I got to watch Adam Fantilli have a nice little goal and a little one-on-one drill where he was going up against Elvis. It was funny because you saw it, Dylan was there too. He like wristed one in, skated around the boards, and gave all the media just a little look like, about that, like a little smile on his face, like, you like what you see? He was feeling it yesterday. But I saw him at practice. He took Kirill Marchenko's stick, or his glove. Kirill Marchenko had put his gloves down to tie his skates again. He took one of his gloves with the stick and then held it over the glass like he was going to drop it into the stands. And he waited until Kirill looked back and saw it, and Kirill just laughed at him. And so they're keeping it light there. It was fun. But as I leave the practice, I talk to my wife, and she's like, oh, my God, be careful coming up to Marysville. And I'm like, why? It's like somebody's wild, exotic animal get loose, or like, I didn't know what she was talking about.
Someone up the Blick in Marysville?
Yeah, could be. Ooh, we got a lot of young ruffians in the streets up in the Blick every day.
They got the Blickadoo out there. Y'all better stay inside.
Yeah, the Union County Blickadoo. That's actually our high school. That's our high school mascot. No. So on the way up, she's like, traffic's terrible all over Marysville because there was a tanker spill. I said, oh, God, what happened? Apparently some kind of tanker carrying hazmat material got into an accident on 33 right in the middle of town, like where 33 goes through Marysville, and it leaked all over like the side of the road and the middle grass there, all that stuff. So they had to spend hours cleaning this up because it's right near a creek. They didn't want to get it in the groundwater. They didn't want it to affect the water supply, all that stuff, whatever it is. So they had to do all this special stuff to treat this. And that means they shut the freeway down for hours. So if you went up 33 to go towards like Bell Fountain, or were coming back from, say, Bell Fountain or other parts north down towards Columbus, you got rerouted through the surface streets of Marysville. So yesterday afternoon around 4 o'clock, I went out to go to the gas station. Give me a little Sheets run, because I love my Sheets. But I also had to get gas, and I had to do a couple other errands. It took me an hour. A thing that usually takes me 10 minutes to go from my house to the gas station and back took me over an hour, because every surface, it was complete gridlock, because all the traffic lights are still on normal Marysville traffic patterns, not, every person off of 33 is now coming through Marysville during rush hour. It was a nightmare. So, yeah, if you saw that or heard about that yesterday.
That's why I stay in the house.
We need T-shirts made that said, I survived the hazmat still on 33. October 2025. If we lived through that, it was something. It was
also
bad.
Breaking news now. There's just mutants running through Union County. And
That's
now
right.
There's an X-Men group in Marysville.
I actually was trying to get to the turtle store to get some small turtles and a rat to dump them into this stuff and see what happens. Because I want my Michelangelo and Raphael and Splinter. I want that very much. All right, so we said we were going to talk about LeBron. Let's talk about him. The gambling scandal that took place in the NBA, or involves some people in the NBA, right? Chauncey Billups is implicated. Former Cavs player and assistant coach Damon Jones was arrested in an illegal gambling and poker case. So he and Chauncey Billups were both involved in those poker games that allegedly were rigged, and apparently had ties to the mafia. And those two guys were being used as the legitimacy, right? Come with these guys to the game. This is a legitimate, real game. And then it turns out there was allegedly a scam involved that both those guys were involved in. However, Damon Jones was also involved. Apparently, he was implicated in the idea of giving out inside information to people who were not affiliated with the sport. He is an assistant coach. He had information among other players. LeBron James was one of the guys named. And apparently he had told people, yeah, LeBron's not playing tonight. Back a few years ago, whenever this was. And that information had not yet been made public on the injury report. So people were using that info to place wagers, knowing that LeBron wasn't in. That would change the line once that information came out. That's part of what he's being accused of. So the fact that LeBron James's name is involved in this, should we be concerned at all that there are more names to come here, Tyvis?
I mean, yeah. You don't see Giannis's name being involved in it. He's a little too close to the subject. I'm just saying.
That's because he only talks to his brothers.
You should be a little worried. I'm just saying. There's other guys. SGA's name ain't being brought up. The Joker's name ain't being brought up. I'm just saying. You know, it's crazy how it's all these good superstars, but only one person's name got brought up. It's a little fishy. You know.
One, I love how you're trolling Dylan right here in his face, which is great. But also, let me play this audio for you because this was making the rounds yesterday. Gilbert Arenas on his podcast was talking about a game back in 2006. Okay. This, if you don't remember this playoff game, Cavs and Wizards are playing. Damon Jones is on the team for the Cavs. Okay. And so he and LeBron and Gilbert Arenas were all buddies at the time. And if you remember this, there was a shot where LeBron walks up and taps. Gilbert Arenas is at the free throw line. LeBron pats him on the shoulder. They're on opposite teams. And he says to Gilbert, if you miss this, you know who's going to make it. And so people known this story, but Gilbert Arenas has a little different spin on this. And he told this story a while ago, but it came back yesterday for a very specific reason.
You got 2 free throws, and LeBron comes by and taps you on the chest and whispers something to you. What did he tell you? He said, if you miss these free throws, you know who's going to win it. What makes it worse, because we gamble at LeBron's house, me, Damon Jones, that was our group. So Damon Jones is horrible at cards. He owed me money. Every time we played them, I always used to scream out, the landlord's hit, the landlord needs his rent money. So he doesn't even play in game 6. So when he whispers, you know who's gonna hit it, everybody assumed it was him. I knew what he was talking about. I was balling that game, just hit the 3 to get us in overtime. And then I see Damon Jones in there stretching, and they really put the man in. And the fact that LeBron even passed him the ball is what hurt the most.
Damon Jones, who hadn't played a second all game, inserted and knocks down the winning shot.
So Damon Jones won that game, which is a great moment, right, for him. But the reason this is getting played is because Damon Jones implicated in this scandal and in the poker game scandal. Gilbert Arenas was questioned about poker games going on at his house that also had ties to apparently international mafia. He claims he is innocent and did nothing wrong in that situation. Only guy who hasn't been implicated in any of this yet is LeBron James. That's not a great look for one of your superstars. Now, it doesn't mean LeBron did anything. It's just there's nothing tying him to this yet. But that piece of audio, people are obviously jumping on that and saying, this does not look great.
And Gilbert Arenas has then got on Twitter and said he's got that informant lunch special this morning.
So,
yeah, he's acting like he's an informant in this, which if he's joking about it, clearly I would guess he's not. But
LeBron, the GOAT, my Pookie, sunshine, reason for waking up in the morning.
Got it.
When he's mentioned in his reports, it has nothing to do with the poker game stuff.
Oh, I know that.
He is mentioned as being one of the players mentioned that Damon Jones sold information about their injury status, meaning somehow, some way, because Damon Jones and LeBron were teammates. Yeah. Damon Jones was an assistant coach on the Cavs team. He was like unofficial assistant coach type consultant during some of LeBron's time at the Lakers. So clearly they have a very, very long-standing relationship. He somehow has known about LeBron James' injury status for games before the books knew. That's it. That's why LeBron's included in this.
I know that.
It has nothing to do with what I'm letting the listeners know. And I'm letting the haters know out there that it's not like LeBron is like giving out information for people to then bet, or he's not in question about these gambling poker games that he had at his house. That has nothing to do with any of this.
I understand that. And I also think it should be noted, if Clutch Sports is listening, I do acknowledge that none of this implicates anyone, and it's all alleged, right? Also, I should note that quote, that thing he's talking about when the 3 guys used to play poker together, that is 19 years ago that story is referencing. There is a very good chance LeBron and Damon Jones and Gilbert Arenas have never played poker again since 2006, so none of this matters. However, the point that's odd is that 2 of the 3 guys mentioned there have at least been questioned about illegal poker games, high-stakes poker games. So we know those 2 like to play poker, and clearly at least one of them is currently under, like, not just investigation, he's been arrested by the feds for his role in some illegal poker games or some scam poker games that were going on. So yeah, just keep an eye on all that. That story has a lot of legs to me, and I'm very interested to see where it goes.
And, if LeBron gets implicated in this in any way, it's because he said growing up he wanted to be like Mike, so he needed to get in some gambling trouble as well.
Dude,
that's what he needed to do.
Reflog, Chris McNeil, that tweet he sent yesterday where he said, this is how the NBA used to deal with gambling scandals, and it was just a picture of Michael in a Birmingham Barons jersey. It's like, yeah, back when we had standards. Back when I thought this was America. That's what we used to stand for. We used to banish our superstars to play minor league baseball instead of dealing with their gambling addictions.
I just love how his defending skills is good for LeBron, but when it came to trying to
he couldn't hold
incriminate me.
Yeah, we did do Tyvis on trial back on Tuesday. I think the next time we do a trial, like we have to be careful because, like, now there are actual sports trials going on in like the world of sports. Like, some of the, like, we're not doing the Chauncey Billups trial. We're going to leave that to people who are a little smarter than us.
Of course, I would defend LeBron better than I would myself, Tyvis.
Why does that surprise us? We'll come back. We'll hit the buzzer with Bo Bishop next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. No crashes to report around the city right now, so it's looking pretty good for your Friday. For folks in Plain City and Dublin, no issues on 33. It's really a small portion of 161 by Industrial Parkway. As you're heading towards 33, we're seeing a little bit of those slowdowns out there, just a little bit more people trying to get out the door this morning. And hey, for folks in Madison County, all 70 eastbound will give you no issues between West Jefferson to 270. Is a little bit slower moving on 40 eastbound between 42 to 270, clocking you in at 17 minutes out there in the yellow on our time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Behind the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download the Behind the O app today.
Credit challenges? We got solutions. At Capital Florida, Columbus, and Whitehall, all credit types are welcome. Good, fair, poor, or none. Get approved fast and cruise away happy. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
Hear those leaves crunching under your feet? Feel that cool nighttime air? It's definitely fall in Ohio. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks Heating and Cooling inspect and tune up your furnace before the cold winter months hit. Just $89 to inspect and protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 or visit thewaterworks.com today to schedule your $89 fall furnace inspection and tune-up. Winter is just days away.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer.
When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
All credit types are welcome at Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall. From perfect scores to starting fresh, we'll get you driving. Shop our huge selection and leave in your new car today. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Insulate your next project and save big money with Knauf fiberglass insulation at Menards. From cut-to-length rolls to pre-cut bats and blow-in insulation, Menards has everything you need to add comfort and energy efficiency to your home. Plus, you can add even more savings with federal tax credits on qualifying energy-efficient upgrades ending soon. Check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Bishop and Friends.
I don't want it to be much more than that. I don't need tardy bells because if they get tardy, I got to go in and sign in for them and say they're tardy because of me.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. And I keep forgetting to mention this on the app. There's a little thing where you can click and leave some audio for us. There's a lot of games this week, and maybe you want to react to the Browns, the Bengals, or otherwise. You can do so on the Fan app. Just go there, click on record audio, and then leave us a message. Play the best ones on Monday if you're up for the challenge. Bo Bishop joining us now. Bo, this is a weekend with no Ohio State football. Do you have any different plans for your Saturday because of that?
I just wish it was a week ago, right? Because last week we had Chamber of Commerce weekend.
Yes.
And we were locked into 3:30, and that kind of takes your whole day. And so now we're cooler. It might be Fall Fest time, kids. We might need to hit up a little Fall Fest, little cider, little corn maze, something like that. It might be that time. We haven't done that yet, and we do have this is probably the only free weekend of the year for us. So I have no obligations. I'm unfettered, boys.
Doesn't that feel great?
It does. Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like. I'm going to just tell you that.
That's because you're in the media. And in the media, they require you to do a lot of things.
Media member Tyvis Powell. That's what we've been trying to help him understand.
Bo, are you going to open your show playing Hell's Bells today?
No, we don't do it on non-game days.
Okay.
Yeah. Non-game days, so we'll no hell. And it always feels a little lonely when you don't have the bells, right? You're accustomed to them on a Friday. It sets a tone.
When you feel lonely like that, there's something that's happening tonight that will cheer you up. Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah, beloved Dodgers. The beloved Dodgers. Just the little engine that could. My little engine that could from my youth. And now all of a sudden, it's got all the money in the world. It wasn't always like this. I try to explain to people, like, this is a family outfit. For when I was a kid, it was kind of a family. They were in L.A., so there was some glamour, but they weren't the Yankees or anything like that. And so, yeah, the Ohtani stuff from last Friday, just the most impressive athletic feat I've ever seen, ever.
Oh, yeah.
It just never seen anything. I don't have any point I don't think it got the attention because of kind of where baseball is now, and it was on a Friday before college football and NFL, and just kind of got lost. But was one of the most. And I saw the last 2 home runs, and then I saw the remainder of his pitching performance. And so I'm curious what he's got in store for this one. It's funny, you think about how old I've gotten. I think about how old I've gotten. I'm sure you two don't. But I was really rooting for the Mariners because I have family out there. And I was thinking, God, the Blue Jays just won it. And then I went, oh, that's 93, dummy.
Yeah, right.
1993.
I wasn't
when
even
they won.
I wasn't even alive.
This is
So you're old. I'm old.
I run through this all the time, Nora. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a show that would have been on when you were a kid, Tyvis. And then I go, no, that was a show that was on when I was a kid. And
That's right.
no, Tyvis wasn't alive when that was when I was
wasn't
watching.
even born.
I was watching Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain before Tyvis was even
Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that's a good show. But those are like the shows of my youth, and this happens all the time now. I'm reminded of my age.
Bo, you brought up Shohei, and remember that his translator took the fall for him. Will Damon Jones take the fall for LeBron?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Guys, how about the week we had?
No kidding.
I mean, this is like straight out of Hollywood. We had a theft of the Louvre. We have a sports gambling ring gone wrong run by the mafia, which I didn't even know still existed.
And there's like multiple facets to it where it's not they're not even all connected, but the mafia's involved somehow, yeah.
Somehow Chauncey Billups was at Tony Soprano's uncle's card game, and I don't even, it's the craziest week ever. I mean, this stuff is like straight out of like, again, my youth. Like these were all like Oceans, Goodfellas, all that stuff was, all those movies, all that stuff came out in the, in the 90s. And so it's like my youth revisited in real life all these years later.
I brought this up earlier. I'm curious your thoughts on it. College football, famously cagey about the injury issues. Right?
Sure.
I feel like if we're advertising sports gambling every 5 minutes when you just had this scandal in the NBA where they have to publish injury reports every minute, every day.
Yeah, every day.
That seems like something that if there were a governing body in college athletics, they would want to step up and nip that in the bud before it gets to be a big issue, right?
Well, of course, you're 100% right. But like on the list of things that college football needs to do, where does that even come in? Like 150th?
You're right. But I just picture the next scandal where it's like, oh, hey, a strength coach for 19 different universities has all been implicated for doing what this all sounds like, texting their buddy and be like, oh, man, he ain't playing this weekend. Hell, he got a busted leg. And it's just that seems like that's right around the corner. They don't need that. That's the last thing college sports needs. But
no, I don't know that there's nobody watching over the ship, though.
No.
I mean, it's just running rudderless at the moment, cascading downhill. So
that's what
who knows what all comes of this.
They're calling that the plan. I don't think that's much of a plan. Right.
I always say that it's like you remember that line, Jesus take the wheel. It's like they said Jesus take the wheel, but they don't believe in Jesus. So there's nobody at the wheel. It's just cascading downhill.
A bunch of agnostics running this. Yeah,
exactly.
What's coming up on the show today?
I've got no idea.
Great.
I've got no idea. We'll do a lot of college football. We'll do a little NFL as well. Have a little fun on a football Friday minus the Buckeyes.
There you go. Perfect. We're looking forward to it. 3 hours of football discussion next. Bishop and Friends. And maybe a little Dodgers, too. Bishop and Friends.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, 9 to noon right here on The Fan. Thanks, Bo. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Saw this very quickly. Recruiting news. 5-star wide receiver Monshun Sales. Monshun, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Monshun. He is a top recruit, 6'5", 205-pound receiver from Indianapolis, Indiana. Put out his list of 12 schools. You will find it not surprising that Ohio State is on that list of 12.
Is Indiana in there?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Notre Dame, Michigan, Texas A&M, Bama, Miami, LSU, Oregon, Mizzou, Ole Miss, Tennessee, all there.
Just the number one receiver in the
2027 class. Yes, you know where he's going. Just go ahead and book that. Just go ahead and book. They got that. They're fine. OSU apparently is prioritizing him. I think that's going to happen. That's it for us. Have a great rest of your Friday. We will talk to you on Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, starting tonight, crews will be hard at work on some bridge demolitions happening downtown, particularly on 70, that westbound direction. It will be closed between 71 and 315, starting tonight at 10 o'clock and lasting through the entire weekend until Monday at 5 o'clock in the morning. As for the detour, take 70 westbound instead, up to 71 northbound in that direction. That gets you to 670 westbound and back to where you want to go, 70 in that westbound direction.